London. Good evening and welcome to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Just finished the Anthem trackside. Good evening, Chris Soares alongside Kyle Friel, who makes his next parachuting appearance on Rogers. You're not here every week, but we're always glad when you're here.
Exactly.
How's it going?
Good to be here. Excited to be back here in the booth, here helping you out, calling some nice race action on a Friday night in Delaware.
We got a fantastic crowd here, or a fantastic crowd and a fantastic card. We have the late models, the super stocks, and the bone stocks race fans. A total of 80 race cars here tonight. Let's quickly check in trackside with our trackside man, Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, 80 race cars. 41 of them in the bone stock division. Now, that they do have a limit of, I believe, 35 on track. I'm going to try and find out who makes last chance qualifiers as soon as possible. But that's what's going on behind us right now. The late models are queued up in the pits, still on jacks behind them. The bone stocks are getting ready to go for their first of the heat races. It's a lot of interesting scenarios happening today. One thing I did want to mention, there was some debate about a rule about the tires. It has to be a certain tread count, I believe 400. So there was some accusations thrown around that maybe one car was below that number, and the tech garage has gotten all over it. They're saying, we will check every single tire after every single race, and you are not getting away with that anymore if you are.
All right, thanks, Joey. We're going to start putting up a graphic when Joey comes on with a pot being stirred, because he likes to stir the pot down at trackside. We do have numbers from what Joey was talking about, the bone stocks. There will be an LCQ tonight. There's 41 bone stocks here. There will be 3 heats for the bone stocks, top 6 from heat 1, top 8 from heat number 2, top 10 from heat number 3, and then there's going to be a last chance qualifier. Top 6 will go from the LCQ. They're going to field 30 for the feature.
30 for the feature. As we take a look here quick at the standings, sitting atop is Jeremiah Rabideau, and then it's Joe Lawrence with only 1 point behind him, and then it's just a few points separating 3rd through 6th there. So Nathan Rhea, Jay Cox, Phil Gibbons, and Jordan Wilm all in that mix there. So it's the halfway point. If they can get some points tonight, that will be fantastic for them to move up the standings.
Bone stocks have been fantastic. It's like the mini enduro for those of you who remember the enduro division back then. Let's go to the super stock division. This is an awesome division as well. Pete Vanderwist at the top of the table, 6-point lead on Jay Dewar. Jay Dewar looked very, very fast in practice earlier tonight, so we'll see how the 43 does. Andrew Ferrer, Trevor Culver, who was our analyst last week, Ryan Dyson, the top 5 super stocks are going to be good tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, they're fast, they're quick, and they're, like I said, they're all going to be battling for those points. A little slip up from the top 2 here, and 3rd through about 7th or 8th can pick up crucial points and vault themselves a couple of spots up the standings, and that'll be good here as we're winding down the season.
Yeah, then we go to the late models. They'll finish off the evening tonight. Let's have a look at the late model standings, and another great division here in 2022 with Ray Morneau. Nice, comfortable, kind of comfortable 12-point lead. Kyle Steckley in the 22S dominated last week, folks. If you watched it on Rogers TV and YouTube on Rogers, he dominated, and we'll look for another strong performance from the 22S. Connor Pritical, Rob Lee, Cole Powell, your top 5. So we're looking for a good show from the late models tonight.
Yeah, late model series 1 through 5. Anything can happen through those positions here tonight, whether it's a heat race victory or a feature race victory, or even leading some laps, picking up some crucial points there in the feature. So we'll have to wait and see which cars are going to be fast tonight, and make sure that we keep an eye on these standings as the night goes on. As mentioned, it's halfway through the season here after tonight, so as we see the Bone Stocks about to take their caution laps around here, getting ready for heat race number 1.
Yeah, so we'll go 3 heat races for the Bone Stocks, totaling 24 cars. The last chance qualifier will field 6 more for a total of 30. Let's go trackside for a final report from Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, not quite trackside. I'm in the tech garage right now, and I did just get confirmation. So out of heat number 1 here, top 6 are going to make it out. Look out for the 4. It's a member of Ray Morneau's pit crew who was given a Bone Stock ride as a gift. So it's his first ever race. Look for him to try and make something happen, get top 6 of that. In heat number 2, top 8 make it to the feature straight out. Top 10 out of heat 3, which is most of them. And then anyone who doesn't make it out of that has a chance in last chance qualifier to get the last 6 spots. So 6 get transfer spots out of the last chance qualifier.
Yep, as we just mentioned, a total of 30 cars for the Bone Stocks, 24 from the heats and 6 from the LCQ. When we come back, a full slate of racing here on a Friday night from Delaware Speedway and Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between, Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Soares, Kyle Friel up on the tower. Joey Langdon, the trackside, getting set for heat race number 1 of 3 from the Bone Stocks. Kyle, we have the Bone Stocks, Super Stocks. Late model is going to be a great Friday night at the half mile.
You got it there, Chris. It's as we see the Bone Stocks in heat race number 1 doubling up here, getting ready to start heat race number 1. 10 laps as we have the pace car going to exit the track here, coming around turn 3. Oh, lights are still on. I thought the lights were off there.
I think one more lap maybe. They talked about that in the drivers meeting tonight. They didn't really mention the restart zone. There's a brand new restart zone, like a full labeled restart zone on the exit of turn 4, but they did talk about that in the drivers meeting about the restart. They want a nice tight pack, 1 to 2 car lengths behind the pace car. There you see the restart zone. The yellow stripe on the left was the original restart zone. Now it's the entire blue strip, where the lead control car can mash the gas coming out of turn 4. They wanted a tight grid behind the pace car, 1 to 2 car lengths. They were complaining that some divisions were full straightaway behind the pace car, and others were right close to the pace car. So they want once the pace car drops down, they want the field to continue that pace until they come around to the restart zone and come around turn 4 to look at the flag stand. So we'll see if they got the message.
Yeah, we'll see. It's nice painted Gallagher there with the sponsor for the restart zone. As we get the white flag now from Mr. Mackey in the flag stand there.
It's not Mr. Mackey, he's on vacation tonight. That's Albert, longtime employee here at Delaware. He's driven the pace car. He obviously is doing the flag stand. He's driven a safety vehicle. He's probably even flipped a couple of burgers in the trackside canteen. Who knows? He's done it all here, Albert, for the Delaware Speedway. Well, he's in the flag stand tonight.
There we go, Albert in the flag stand. My apologies. And the pace car lights are off, so now coming out of the turn, the pace car is exiting the track, and the Bone Stock Heat Race #1 coming here to the restart zone.
The 4 is Shane Dixon, the point car for Heat Race #1. Outside is Jesse Herzl out of London. And I love that Mini Coupe is back here for the second week in a row. The 6 is in the race, the Heat Race #1. That's the 6 of Sarah Wheel, I believe. We're going to have to get a confirmation on that. I don't think that's Sarah in the 6, but we'll find out. I think it's Fairweather. It was Fairweather last week as the field comes around turn 1 or turn 4 to complete the first lap. It's Jesse Herzl out front.
Yeah, the 97, nice compact lead here as they're fending off the number 11 of...
I think that's Rob Wollaston, yes.
Wollaston there.
The 21 looked pretty good in practice earlier. That's Jesse Lovey in the 21C. 3 wide for the lead. We got contact. The 69's around, and we got contact on the wall. A hard hit from the, looks like the 06. Can't get the number on the door, but the Mini Coupe Fairweather was involved in that. The 69 is around in turn 4. That's Mitchell Rawlings, the son of late model driver Lloyd Rawlings, and I'm not sure if that's an 86 or a 06 down here trackside. Here you see the Rawlings machine down and away.
I believe that is the 06 here of Sarah Wheel.
There's Sarah, okay.
Yeah, Sarah Wheel in the 06 here made contact with the wall, and that will bring out a caution here just 1 lap in to this race. Some debris on the track as well entering turn 4. We look at the replay.
This is our turn 4 camera. Contact, the Mini Coupe got into the left rear of the Rawlings machine just out of your picture. There you see the 69 front bumper comes off the 6 of Fairweather. And then off the screen to the right was Sarah hitting the outside of turn 4. Pretty hard hit on the right side of that 06.
Yeah, they have the side-by-side out there. We got some race officials looking at the car, and looks like the hood's gonna come up, and it might have to go on the tow truck here.
What do we got here? We got, oh, this is after the spin. Oh, here we go. This is from the turn 1 side. Watch there she is. There's Sarah, hard hit on the outside wall. Great shot by our camera crew. That's the camera in between turns 1 and 2. So we got that replay. Thank you for the camera people and in the truck for getting that for us. That was a hard hit.
That was a very hard hit as the Mini Cooper there, no front bumper after that contact. As we have some caution laps going.
It kind of started as the leaders went 3 wide for the lead there, and the 97 out front got caught in the middle of that battle, and then everybody kind of stacked up behind, and then the Mini Coupe got into the left rear of the Rawlings machine. That was the 97 out front. There you see Jesse Herzl. He was in the middle of a 3-way with the 21C. Was on the inside trying to make that pass. That was Jason Lovey out of Woodstock, and then everybody kind of stacked up behind him.
Yeah, exactly. We saw there in the first replay we saw from the turn 4 camera here, 97 kind of got a little loose as there was contact in behind him, as you mentioned, Chris, and then the rest is history as we saw Sarah Wheel go into the wall hard. Her car is up on the tow truck. If we can get a look, that front right tire is absolutely destroyed coming off, so I think her night will be done tonight. So tough to see not lap into the first heat race, a car out of commission, hard hit into the wall.
Might not just be the tire, it could be the whole toe end on that front of that 06. We're under caution here, Bone Stock Heat Race #1. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Welcome back. We are racing Bone Stock Heat Race number 1. We are 2 laps in, 8 to go. The lead pack is 5, and the Mini Coupe in there, the Fairweather machine with no front bumper, the 97's your leader, that's Jesse Herzl.
Yeah, great battle here as there's contact in turn 1. And they stay straight there. And now the race continues green, but that race here for first through about 4th or 5th is heating up here as the 21C now has the lead.
That's Jason Lovey out of turn 4. Will grab the lead side by side and contact again for second place. Fairweather's in the 6th Mini Coupe. The 73 is Jordan Morris trying to cut inside and go 3 wide down the back. There's your leader. That's the Lovey machine. And then a cluster of 4 vehicles for second spot. They're coming up on the 76 now of Darcy Desjardins. There's your battle for second spot. There's Fairweather in the 6th Mini Coupe. The 97 is Herzl, the former leader. The 11 just ahead of them, that's Rob Wollaston in the 2nd spot. And they'll go down the back. 5 to go, 4.5 to go here. Bone Stock Heat Race number 1.
Yeah, as we see here, that race for 2nd through 5th is just absolutely packed here on the racetrack as they cross the stripe entering turn 1. But the 21C of Jason Lovey is just absolutely tearing this field apart. Now he's lapped yet another car.
Wollaston in the 11. That's Jordan Morris in the 73. That's a battle for second. And getting a little loose was Wollaston, allowing Morris to grab a spot. So the 73 coming from a 9th starting position up to 2nd.
Yeah, great race for the 73 machine as in this kind of, you just want to be in that spot to qualify for the feature and not wreck your car. So he's doing a nice job there, making his way up the track. As we see Jason Lovey still in a huge lead. It's, I would say, quite a few car lengths ahead as he is entering the turn 2 corner into the back straightaway.
There you see a battle coming out of turn 4. The top 6 will advance from this heat directly to the feature. And we look back to the bubble just ahead of this pack that you see heading down the back is the yellow 64. That's William Clausen out of St. Thomas, just ahead of this pack here with the 44 and the 4. Clausen is your bubble car right now in this heat as we are into the white flag here lap for the 21C of Lovey. Coming through turns 3 and 4. The 21C does look a little loose. He's looked loose in that turn the last 3 laps. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. The 21C, Jason Lovey with his hand out the window. Morris will come home a second. Then it's the 11 of Wollaston. The 97 is Herzl. Then Fairweather in the 6. And the final transfer spot goes to the 64 of William Clausen out of St. Thomas. So a good battle there for second spot, but they eventually spread themselves out, Kyle, in a nice evenly finishing 6th for the feature.
Exactly there. As you mentioned, there was the one caution hard hit, and then everything after that was some smooth sailing racing. As we see the 21C of Lovey coming around, gonna pull himself into the Pennzoil victory lane spot to get a couple of pictures taken.
Let's go down to trackside to Joy Lane. Enjoy.
Hey guys, you mentioned that Sarah Wheel might have been done for the day. It doesn't look like the case, actually. They think they might be able to fix it. I saw about pit crews from about 8 different teams come over to help out Sarah Wheel and Tyler Wheel get this machine going. It looks like they know what the issue is. They're going to be able to fix it. It's going to be close, but Sarah Wheel should be able to run the LCQ.
Awesome, Joey. Thank you for that report. That's great to see Sarah hopefully back in action for the LCQ. There you see the 21C of Jason Lovey, the winner of heat race number 1 for the Bone Stock division. as he pulls away. So we have heat race number 2 coming up on the other side of the break here from the Delaware Half Mile. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Oil Guard's Formula 2 No Drip stays where the technician puts it, protecting your car or truck from the ravages of rust. With no messy residue on your driveway or garage floor, Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip is proven rust protection you can trust.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're back for season 3. We've had the opportunity to see some great backyards and have some great barbecue. Join us, Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on a Friday night. Thanks for joining us on Rogers TV. Chris Orskoff Tower. And let's go trackside. We're staying in the bone stock division. Let's visit with Joey Langdon.
Here at the 22P team, for your first ever race, and you beat not only your car owner, but another car. First ever race. Think you're going to be able to beat a couple more in the LCQ?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm just out here trying to have some fun, let the point leaders do what they got to do. I'm just going to go out, have some laps, and have a good time.
Do you think you're going to be able to beat a couple more in the LCQ? I mean, it's your first time out. How did it feel, your first ever race on Delaware?
It's fun. It's fun. I hope so. I hope I could pass a couple of cars, but I'm still trying to get a feel of the car. Never driven one of these before or even driven on track, so I'm just trying to enjoy the experience and make the most of it.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, I believe that was the 22P of Dylan Bradley making his Delaware Speedway debut, and a video bomb in the background by Chris Lawrence in the 28 machine. So getting set for heat race number 2 in the bone stock division. If you're just joining us, race fans, welcome. 41 bone stocks vying for a spot in the 30-car feature later tonight. 6 have already advanced from the bone stock division from heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 will be 8 advancing, and then 10 for heat race number 3. They're going to field 24 from the heats, 8 from the LCQ. So this division, Kyle, continues to grow and grow. We had 38 cars last week, 2 more new cars tonight.
Yeah, it's you mentioned it, Chris. This bone stock division continues to grow, which is good to see. Drivers that are just starting out in racing, just strip down a basic street car, put in some racing parts to it, a roll cage and everything like that, and come on out and try your hand at it. And obviously, with some practice and everything like that throughout the week, you can come on and go onto the track and try your hand at this whole racing thing there, Chris. So it's good to see that this division keeps growing.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got about 80 total race cars here tonight, if you include the super stocks and the late models, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're getting set for heat race number 2 in the bone stocks. The pole car is going to be the 74. There you see the 74 on your screen. That's Stan Cook out of St. Thomas. The outside pole is going to be the 12. That's London's Joe Kicks. So as mentioned, 8 advancing out of this heat race. And we have 13 cars in this heat race, so 5 are going to be pushed to the last chance qualifier as we're waiting for the field to get the double up sign. DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information. We got a great card coming up in August. It's going to feature 70 laps from the late models. So while we have a chance here, I also heard, Kyle, in the drivers meeting, there's a tire quote-unquote shortage right now for the late models. There's no tires in the inventory trackside. There's plenty of tires for the super stocks. Obviously, the bone stocks are using their own street tires, stuff like that. but there's going to be no tires this week for the late models, no tires next week for the late models, so 2 weeks without tires, but they've been promised a whole truckload of tires coming. So that brings another variable into it as we move into the late models later tonight as far as taking care of your tires now.
No, exactly right. You want to obviously be more cautious here. You don't want to burn too much rubber, because if you don't have tires to race, your car can't go on the track. It's a little tough to race without tires. So yeah, definitely a little bit more of a strategy on when to make a move and when not to make a move, I guess, to burn up that rubber.
And they still have tires in their inventory, but they always like to get a couple new tires every week. In 1 second, we're going to go trackside to Joy, but I wanted to finish this quick thought here. Is they also mentioned the drivers meeting in that August showdown featuring 70 laps for late models. Super Stocks are racing multiple laps, more than their normal laps. They're awarding, Kyle, the drivers who have perfect attendance. So you come every week and support the track, they're going to give back to you. So you can buy 2 tires, they're going to give you 2 free ones. So you're going to get 4 for the price of 2. For racing tires, that's pretty good. Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, I'm down here at Joe Kicks' pit box, and you've heard of the ship of Theseus, but how about the car of Joe Kicks? Because at some point in the last 2 weeks, every single part in that car has been replaced. I'm not saying it's a new car, but every single part is new. You may remember a couple weeks ago, Joe Kicks had that really, really bad wreck. The car was technically salvageable, but like I said, basically every single part on there is brand new. And he said it feels a lot better than it did the last couple of weeks, so he's hoping for much of a better performance than usual.
All right, thank you, Joy. Report from trackside as we are. I'm not quite sure what the delay is right now out on the Speedway, because heat race number 2 for the Bone Stocks have been pacing around the track. We are hearing reports that the online scoring system and program data link is having some issues right now, which helps with obviously the transponders on the tops of the vehicles. When they come across the start-finish line, it registers to a computer as to what running order the cars are in, their lap times, yada yada yada. They might have to go a little old school here if this problem continues, but now they're getting the call to double up. I was going to say maybe going old school and having to actually manually score the race.
Yeah, that would be something they obviously are able to do if need be, but obviously now technology makes it so much easier when it works that the transponders just give you that information in a blink of an eye, which is nice. So we'll see if they can get those connections refigured out and get the timing here all set up. But as you mentioned, Chris, we see the cars doubling up here as we get ready to start heat race number 2. The green flag in the hand of the flagman, Albert, down there in the Pennzoil flag box. The pace car off the track as they get ready to exit turn 4 and start this heat race.
St. Thomas's Stan Cook at the point here. Bone Stock heat race number 2 out of turn 4 into the restart zone. We are racing with heat race number 2 at the half mile. And quickly on the rear bumper of the Cook machine is the 22 F of Jordan Fiddler. And they're going to go 3 wide down the back. 2 rows of 3 wide down the back here to open up heat race number 2. Everybody funnels into turn 3. Contact between the 88 of the Starrett machine as the field will come out of 4.
That is absolutely insane, as we've seen some 3 wide, not just 1 row, but 2 rows, even possibly 3 rows of 3 wide as they have coming out. 74 car turning loose, but regains control, stays straight into the back straightaway.
Yeah, that started because the 22 Fiddler machine was very loose in turn number 2, Kyle. They're all bunched up at the front of this field, side by side for the lead. Fiddler will take that lap. Cook is in second. The 42 now of Jason Craig out of Watford, Ontario, has gone 3 wide and grabbed the 3rd spot in the green 42. There you see him down the back.
It's a great race here as the 74 and 42 contact into the back bumper. He's really giving it to the 74 car there of Stan Cook. That back bumper of Cook's machine was taking a beating from the 42.
I don't think that was a couple of taps. Those are a couple of slaps. That was just bang on right into turn 3. I can't believe he hit him that hard. As the 22 is starting to stretch his legs now, Jordan Fiddler Out to about a 10-car length lead here, heat race number 2 for the Bone Stocks.
Contact into the back of the field there as we see the race for 2nd through 5th heat up, as the 42 and 74 are having a battle here in the heat race, Chris.
Yeah, Jason Craig on the outside in the 42. The 74 is Stan Cook. And coming to join the party, there you see on the right side of your screen, the 85 Tyler Wheel out of Ingersoll. Just finished working on Sarah's machine, hops into his car. And Cook continues to battle with Craig side by side. Here comes Wheel to make it 3 wide for second.
3 wide into turn 1 here at Delaware Speedway. That is a risky move, but it pays off as Wheel now decides to back off as he made a risky move heading into turn 1.
We'll have 4 laps to go this time by for the 22F of Jordan Fiddler out front. There you see the rest of the field. Craig now in 2nd spot, but here comes Wheel in the 85. Here they come into turn number 1. Craig in the 42, Wheel in the 85, Cook in the 74. As they'll go up to Delaware Hill, down and back. They're about a half a straightaway behind the leader right now, the 22F of Jordan Fiddler.
More contact between this of the 74 and the 18, I believe. There, that 74 bumper is taking a beating here in this heat race, Chris.
Josh Flanagan in the 18 out of Denfield. There you see Cook in the 74. The 17 is Colin Willems out of London. The 18 is that Flanagan machine out of Denfield. That's a battle for 4th place. 8 will transfer. 2 laps to go this time by. And 8 will transfer from this heat. So we look to the bubble spot. Right now, it's the 12 of Joe Kicks. In through turns 1 and 2, being challenged for that position. About 5 cars battling for that final transfer spot. White flag this time by for the 22 of Jordan Fiddler.
Fiddler has a huge lead coming up to the stripe as we get a look at right here, Fiddler with the big gap coming by last lap here. Fiddler looks like he will take this heat race barring any kind of makeshift, any kind of destruction here. But we get a look here at a nice high view as the look between 2nd and 3rd, no chance. Fiddler coming across the stripe, he takes the heat race. And 2nd is the 42. Yeah, Tyler Wheel taking 3rd.
Yeah, we're looking at a bubble spot, and it's going to be taken, I think, by the 59 of Cassie Howard out of London, who made a last lap pass on the 12 to grab the 8th and final transfer spot. So 8 going through from this heat race. There is your heat race winner, the 22F of Jordan Fiddler, the 42 of Jason Craig, followed by the 85 of Tyler Wheel, the 74 of Stan Cook, the 17 of Colin Willems, the 18 Josh Flanagan, the 9 car Thomas McKinley out of London. I believe it's then the 59 as the 8th place machine. Cassie Howard, I think, might have edged out the 12 of Joe Kicks. We'll have to wait for the official results, but there is your winner, the 22F of Jordan Fiddler. Heat race number 2 for the Bone Stocks complete. When we come back, we'll keep it inside the Bone Stock division for heat race number 3. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between. Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m., it's the Rtv Quiz. Giovanni Petiti hosts a weekly trivia competition that lets you play from the comfort of your couch. Play along at home and challenge your friends. And don't forget to follow along on social media. Let us know who's top of trivia, and you can find yourself featured on a future episode.
Are you kidding me, folks?
The Rtv Quiz, Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Rogers TV or at rogerstv.com/RTV Quiz.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Lewis, Kyle Friel Tower here. Joey Langdon trackside, and things are looking good. Apparently, it looks like our live timing and scoring is up and going, Kyle.
Yes, here on my tablet we have it back. So they're trying to figure everything out there, but it looks like we have some live timing coming back into the racing.
Let's go trackside, Joey Langdon.
Down here with Cassie Howard. The T-Rex Cassie Howard picked up the last transfer spot. Cassie, how are you feeling about that race?
You know, some people mirror drive, so it's kind of annoying, but other than that, it was great.
What do you mean by that?
They just block, and instead of paying attention to what's in front of them, they pay attention to what's behind them.
So, big success getting that transfer spot. You don't have to do the LCQ today.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the feature?
Yes. I'm kind of happy I don't have to do the last chance qualifier, actually.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joy. Trackside with Cassie Howard, the 8th and final transfer spot from heat race number 2. Yeah, it must be very difficult when people are driving out of the rearview mirror than the front windshield, because you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
And it makes for some carnage on the racetrack, that's for sure. Getting set for heat race number 3. This will be the faster of the 3 heats. And I was talking to Kyle off the air. Last week's feature, Craig Cole, winner, the 55. I didn't see him in practice, but he is out in the track. So looking to make it 2 in a row, but this should be a pretty good heat race, and 10 will advance through. Obviously, incrementing larger as the heats get faster. So 6 in heat 1 went through, 8 in heat 2, and then 10 from heat race 3, which is the faster automobiles. You don't want to take just 6 from these guys, because then you're going to have some really fast cars in the LCQ trying to get in, starting at the back of the field in the feature.
Yeah, exactly. So take the most out of your fastest group, and makes the most logical sense as we have the cars running around here under caution, getting ready to go.
Yeah, so it's going to be Mark Lamont at the front. I believe that's the 9-0 machine inside pole. The 48 is Connor Ellis from Woodstock. The 07 is Jack Dixon in row number 2. The 03 is Langford outside row 2. Jordan Willems, row 3, along with Pete Vanderwist Jr. The 50 machine is the BT Racing Phil Givens machine, along with the 26 of Nathan Rea, the 55 Craig Cole, the 00 of Jay Cox, and in the rest of the field, the points leader is Jeremiah Rabideau. He's starting in the second to last row, outside of Chris Lawrence in the 28. So they're all doubled up. Lights off the pace car here. It'll duck down on the pit road, and Lamont will have the point as it comes around to the restart zone here, just at the exit of turn 4. Should be a good heat race. Top 10 go through to the feature. Everybody else to the LCQ. We're racing at the half mile. Lamont inside row 1. Connor Ellis in the 48 trying to get a good bite out of turn 2 and down the back. And the 07's trailing the bumper. That's Jack Dixon, Kyle.
Yeah, not sure exactly what happened there, if there was contact or not, but the bumper is dragging on the track. So we'll have to see if it falls off to cause a caution, or if he is it's flapping real good now coming into turn 2.
Yeah, track officials. Oh, look out, Pete Vanderwist Jr. really loose. He tagged up Miss Penny in the 13 and Nathan Ray in the 26. And the 48 continues to really lock up the tires in corner entries in turns 1 and 3 as the field comes out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Williams up to second now, Givens up to third. And then here comes the points leader, the 5 of Rabideau, quickly up to 4th. He's got second in points, the 78. That's Joe Lawrence up to 3rd, or up to 5th spot. And Chris Lawrence's brother will follow him in the 6th.
This heat race is absolutely jam-packed here. No spot is safe, as these cars are fast and making their moves to try and qualify and get points here in this heat race, Chris.
Field comes down the back. It's Willems in the 92, has taken the lead. The 48 is Connor Ellis. Then comes the points leader in the 5, Jeremiah Rabideau, ahead of Lawrence to the inside of Givens, and Rabideau quickly up to the 2nd spot now. Points in the heat race matter as well. So the 48 trapped high on the outside. They'll freight train him on the inside now. Joe Lawrence to the inside of Givens for second. Wilms with the lead. There's the 5 of Rabideau. Oh, we got the bumper is gone in the backstretch, just past the entrance to the pit lane, or to the back pit entrance. It's in the middle of the groove. Nobody sees it yet. We're still green. Big fender on the inside groove of the backstretch. They'll all stay high. There you see it. Nobody has seen it yet from a track official standpoint. And the field comes out of turn number 4. Side by side for the lead. It's Rabideau to the inside for the lead, and we're going to stay green for right now, Kyle, but track officials do know it's there.
Track officials are aware. Everybody going to stay high coming down the back straightaway as Jeremiah Rabideau is battling for first as he enters turn 4. He will take over top spot here in this heat race as they come to the stripe. 3 to go.
Rabideau out front, Williams to second, Lawrence up to third. Front 3 down the back with 2 to go next time by. And Givens has dropped to 4th. Here's Lawrence to the inside of Wilms, the 78 to the inside of the 92. That's a battle for second. Joe Lawrence second in points. Rabideau will lead the field, 2 laps to go.
Rabideau looking to win this heat race and try and distance themselves in the point standings, but Joe Lawrence, he's doing all he can to say no thank you, Mr. Rabideau, as he's battling here with the 92 of Jordan Wilms for second place.
Phil Givens in the 4th spot, Chris Lawrence in the 5th, and it's Cox in the 6th place. Ellis in 7th, Vanderwish Jr. in 8th. The 03, that's Matt Langford in the 9th spot, and right now Craig Cole being challenged by the 26 of Rhea for the final transfer spot. There's your battle for second down the back into turn 3. Checkered flag in the air for the points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau out of turn 4. Reyes past Cole for the final transfer. Rabideau will take the checkers, followed by Lawrence, Wilms, Chris Lawrence, Givens, Cox. The 48 machine of Connor Ellis, Pete Vanderwish Jr., Langford, and I believe Nathan Rea will come home in 10th spot. He passed Craig Cole with a lap to go to grab that final transfer. That is very, very weird. Let's go to the replay here.
Yeah, here's a look at how the bumper, right off the green flag, down contact there, just past the stripe entering turn 1, causing the bumper of the 07 Jack Dixon to come right off. And as we saw there, it's still laying on the track. It came off down the back straightaway about midway through the heat race. And now the crew is out there to pick it off as we see Rabideau take his pictures in victory lane as he wins this heat race.
Yeah, big story here. Well, potential big story. I wonder if Joy can maybe track down Craig Cole in the 55 pit. He won the feature last week, a 30-plus car feature, and he doesn't even qualify for the feature tonight. He has to go to the LCQ. So I'm wondering what's going on with the 55 of Craig Cole. Maybe Joy can track him down. Let's go to break. When we come back, we will have heat races for the Super Stock division. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
I'm Shannon Woolley, host of Batter Up Beachville on Rogers TV. Join myself and Doug Harris as we learn more about the first recorded baseball game in Beachville.
My daughter is 7 years old and has a frenemy. They have play dates that always end up in a fight or tears. This friend bosses her around and treats her poorly, but she still wants to be her friend. What's a parent to do?
I would let them acquiesce to a certain amount, and then, when they're at this age, you still need to be supervising their play dates. So I might step in, not to correct the bossy child, but it's my child that I'm concerned about. I would just expose her to other people, teach her to have a voice, and let her know that she's got options.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on TV presented by Oil Guard. Before we start the Super Stocks, our man trackside Joey Langdon has tracked down the 55 bone stock of Craig Gold. Let's go to Joey. Oh, my apologies. I thought he had him. Maybe we'll get Craig Cole soon, but let's go to the Super Stocks, heat race number 1. Okay, now let's go to, see folks, let me tell you this right off the bat. Right looking in the camera. We're just flying back and forth here. Whatever I hear from the truck, we do it. So let's go trackside to Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, you might notice that this is actually a completely different paint scheme for Craig Cole. That's because it's a completely different car. He made some upgrades that he thought were going to make the car a lot better, and he told me after actually racing on it, it was not a good upgrade. So he's going to try and reverse it back to where he was before, because he said the upgrades that he did, he took some advice that turned out to be not great advice according to him. So he's going to reverse it back to where he was, and he's going to hope to be better for the future.
All right, thanks, Joey, for the update. We did get some unofficial reports that maybe there might have been some tech issues with the other 55 car last week after tech inspection, but we cannot confirm that. We are hearing reports that there could have been, hence the reason for the second car. But let's move to the Super Stocks. If we get any updates on that situation with the 55 bone stock, we will be sure to pass them along. Super Stock Division, one of the best series here at Delaware Speedway for the last few years, man. This division is awesome. Heat race number 1, the point car will be the 71 at Connor Van Steensel. Dougie Stewart in the blue deuce outside row 1. The 45 is Ryan Wright, row 2. The 17, Dave Rockwood. The 12 is Lapsevich, riding Lapsevich inside row number 3. The 4 is Lonnie Thompson in the white 4. The 22, Chase Pinsino. And at the back is the 77, Brandon Verhoeven. So 8 cars in this Super Stock heat race number 1.
As we get ready here, the pace car absolutely exiting the track here. He heads to pit row. Cars hit the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Here we go. We're racing at the half mile.
All right, Dougie Stewart out to a good start over Van Steensel. And the field nicely tight, bunched together up the Delaware Hill, down the back. Here comes Rockwood in the 17 up to the second spot. Van Steensel drops to third. Now Rockwood quickly looks inside the blue deuce. Dougie Stewart goes high. Rockwood to the inside on a turn 4 to complete the first lap. Right up to fourth spot in the 45. Then it's Lonnie Thompson, Brandon Verhoeven, Pinsino, and Lapsevich side by side for the lead down the back. Rockwood in the 17. Doug Stewart in the 2. Oh, contact there. The 17 got loose. Got a little squirrely into the 2. Stewart will lead that lap.
We head across the stripe. 8 to go here. The blue deuce of Doug Stewart. He's just hanging on to the lead as they're in a battle with Dave Rockwood for first and second.
Yeah, Ryan Bright, there you see him just out of the right side of your screen. The 45 of Ryan Bright is there. Side by side for the lead. Stewart will lead that lap as well. This heat race, for the most part, they're staying all nicely bunched together as they'll work the backstretch for another lap here at Delaware Speedway. Oh, contact again. The right front of Rockwood into the left rear of the Stewart machine. And Stewart will retain the lead, nose to tail, right there in the third spot, outside Van Steensel. Oh, Van Steensel hit the wall. The 71 hit the wall just before the stripe, and now he's got a right front tire sliding up into the wall in turn number 1. And we might get a caution here. We should if he's not moving. We will go to caution here. The Delaware half mile could be a right front tire. He hit the outside wall here, Kyle, on the front stretch. I just happened to be watching him. Probably about 30 feet from the start-finish line, hit the outside wall, and I think immediately the right front tire would have started going down as he went into turn 1. Let's go to the replay, see what we got here. Okay, watch the car out of turn 4. There you see him, he rolled the wall. You see the black mark on the white paint of the wall, and now watch him here. I think he might have got loose because that tire, the right front tire, still looks inflated, Kyle.
It looks inflated, and yeah, he might have got loose. There might have been a little bit of contact causing him to spin out, but nonetheless, he goes into the wall, causing a caution here on the track. 6 to go in heat race number 1 here at Delaware Speedway.
Absolutely. When we come back, more racing from the Super Stock Division. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
OilGuard's Formula 2 No Drip stays where the technician puts it, protecting your car or truck from the ravages of rust. With no messy residue on your driveway or garage floor, OilGuard Formula 2 No Drip is proven rust protection you can trust.
Most people that have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, Breaking Through the Stigma of Addiction, on Rogers TV.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Welcome back on a turn 4, set to restart Superstock Heat Race number 1. We're racing from the half mile, and Doug Stewart off like a rocket into turn number 1.
Yeah, good restart there for Stewart in the 2 machine as the battle for second is absolutely heating up as they exit turn 3 into turn 4.
Yeah, Ryan Brighton at 45. It's Rockwood into 17. Pensoneau's fought his way from the back to 4th spot. So has the 77 of Brandon Verhoeven into the top 5 now. The 71 of Van Steensel seems to be okay. We're not quite sure how they're scoring them. They did mention in the driver's meeting, if you force a caution for no reason, we're going to dock you 2 laps. Well, his tires are fully inflated. He stayed on the track, did not pit. He just wouldn't move and forcing the caution to come out. So we'll have to wait and see how he's being scored. Nonetheless, the 71 looks perfectly fine as the leaders work the back.
Yeah, Doug Stewart there battling with the 45 of Ryan Bright for first and second as they go nose to tail here, exiting turn 4 to the stripe.
Doug Stewart out front. The 45 is Bright. Side-by-side battle for the 3rd position. It's the 77 of Verhoeven. Pensoneau in the 22. The 17 of Rockwood's fallen all the way back into the 6th spot now, as the front 4 trying to get away from Lonnie Thompson in the white number 4. Here they come out of turn 4. You're seeing it from our turn 1-2 camera. Here's the Blue Deuce into turn 1. Bright in the 45. Verhoeven 77. Pensoneau in the 22.
Yeah, it's going to be a good race here, coming down the back straightaway into turn 3. That battle for second on the outside. That, I believe, is the 22 car.
Yeah, Pensoneau on the outside looking for the 2nd spot. And he'll grab it. Great force of strength by the 22 on the outside. Caution on the speedway. And I'm not quite sure what that is for. I'm looking for maybe a debris caution, but I don't see any other vehicle. Oh, you know what? I fell asleep. That is the end of the race, folks. I apologize for that. See, Kyle's distracting me up here. You can't see it. No, I'm just kidding. I fell asleep on that. The Blue Deuce, Doug Stewart. This is a great story here because remember last time, I think it was last time you were on with us, Doug got booted out of the feature race with some contact and then actually goes, I don't know if I'm going to be back next week because it costs money and you don't want to be crashing and banging and wrecking your car battling for 15th, but it's great to see Doug back in the 2 tonight.
Yeah, back in the 2 machine, taking heat race number 1 for the Super Stocks and see if he can continue with that in the feature race here, Chris.
All right, Doug Stewart, winner of Super Stock Heat Race number 1. When we come back, we'll continue with Heat Race number 2. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by OilGuard.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and we'll see you then.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff, and we're back with Season 3. This season, we've had the opportunity to see some great backyards, to have some fantastic food cooked on some great grills, and this season, we're helping you take your barbecue game up by adding some great barbecue tips from some local experts on anything from spices to knife care and using the proper wood to smoke some great food. Join us, Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff, Season 3.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. Chris Orr's Ferrer Tower here getting set for Superstock Heat Race number 2. No penalty for the 71 of Connor Van Steensel from Heat Race number 1. Also, just to wrap up reports, the 55 of Craig Cole from the Bone Stock Division. He did receive some penalties May 13th and June 3rd, but nothing last week. But he has been in the sin bin a couple of times this year. But the June 3rd one really doesn't make any sense based on the fact that he's using a second car tonight, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, unless we talk to him directly to see, but nonetheless, he's in a new vehicle for tonight.
And he's not out of it. He's in the LCQ coming up.
Exactly.
So, all right, getting set for heat race number 2 for the Superstock division. There is your pole car, the 07 Nick Ramsey out of Mitchell. The 93 will be Carson Nagy out of Mount Hope. The 28 Ryan Dyson. The 89 is Sean Chenoweth. The 1 is Trevor Culver, who we had on Rogers TV as our analyst last week. The 9 is Andrew Ferrer. The 43, Jay Dewar. And the 7, Pete Vanderwist. This will be a pretty interesting heat race. You got the top 4 in points at the back end of this heat race. And it's heat race number 2, so it will be a faster average heat race. But that'll be fun at the back, watching these cars come through the field or see if they can.
No, exactly right. Fast cars at the back. Like you mentioned, Chris, going to make for a good heat race here to see where they will end up at the end of this heat race, at the end of 10 laps, and see where they put themselves in for this feature race coming up here in a little bit, as we still are in the heat race portion of the night. But as we mentioned off the top of the show, a nice night for racing here at Delaware Speedway. Not too hot, but not too cold either. So it's pretty fair conditions out here at Delaware.
Yeah, it's nice. It's overcast here. Last time we worked together, I underdressed. I was freezing by about the last feature because it really got cold here at the half mile. Hopefully it's not the same, because I kind of dressed the same as I did last time we were here. Nice and comfortable sandals and all that. We're nice and comfortable here up in the tower. So hopefully Mother Nature. It was nice today as we got to the track. Well, I don't know. See, that's what happens with the guys in the truck. They all of a sudden show us up here. You can't see the sandals. They're below, so it's all good. We're nice and comfortable, looking good here on a Friday night. Kyle Friel and Chris Orr, thank you for joining us. Let's go back to the track. Thank you, gentlemen in the truck. They have this. They have the final say. They have the switches, right?
They do. They have the switchboard in hand as we get ready here for heat race number 2. The pace car off the track, entering pit row as they exit turn 3, coming into turn 4, and that Gallagher restart zone. Green flag going to be in the air.
Nick Ramsey, the 07. We are racing in the Superstocks heat race number 2. There'll be 2 heat races for the Superstocks. It's Ramsey, Nagy right there. They're 2 abreast all the way back here. In through turns 3 and 4. Ramsey, Nagy. Then you got Dyson and Chenoweth. They're all stacked up, Kyle.
Very stacked up here, as there's a bit of contact coming out of turn 1 as we have the 93 and 07 just battling, and the 89 coming in on the outside, making a push, and he's coming up and he's challenging for first place.
Yeah, the outside lane might be working a little better, and Nagy knows that. Chenoweth went to the outside of Ramsey. Nagy tried the inside and said, that's not working. I'll go back to the outside, down the back. There's your front 3. Dyson kind of slowing up the inside row a little bit, and that's pushed Trevor Culver all the way to the back of the field. Andrew Ferrer is coming to the high side of Dyson at a battle for 4th. There you see the red number 9 in the back of your screen. As the front 3, here's Nagy. He'll nose Ramsey out for 2nd, down the back, front 3 nose to tail.
Yeah, that's right. As we have the 89C of Chenoweth. He is in first as we get a back of the pack shot here. They're battling real nice, as that's the number 9 of Andrew Ferrer. He's looking to make a pass on the outside.
Yeah, 28 is Dyson. Vanderwist in the 7, Ferrer in the 9, Culver in the 1, Dewar in the 43. All together, Ramsey just ahead of him in the 07. and they're going to split Ferrer. Dewar on the outside, Culver on the inside. That's a battle at the back of this field. Meanwhile, out the front remains the same. Chenoweth, Nagy, Ramsey, nose to tail. Vanderwist up to 4th down. There you see the 7. Ahead of Dyson. 5 down, 5 to go. Here in this heat race number 2 for the Superstocks.
Yeah, Culver able to pick up a couple of spots as he was pushed to the back as they crossed the stripe there. 4 to go. As the 07 of Nick Ramsey, he's trying to fend off the 7 of Vanderwist as they're battling for 3rd and 4th.
Andrew Ferrer, the defending series champion, pushed to the back of the field. Vanderwist to the inside of Ramsey for the 3rd position now. At the stripe, 3 to go. Chenoweth is your leader in 89. The 93 is Carson Nagy, front 2 all by themselves. Vanderwist now up to 3rd, is going to try and bridge that gap from 4th up to the front pair.
Chenoweth having a real good race here, coming up to the stripe, 2 to go, as he's doing a great job of holding off the 93 of Carson Nagy, as it's about, I'd say, a 2 to 3 car length lead here for Chenoweth entering turn 4.
Yeah, something wrong as we come around to the white flag. Something wrong with the defending series champ tonight of Andrew Ferrer. He's back of the final pack at the back of the field. 6 car lengths behind the second last place runner, the 43 of Dewar. The 9 does not look right. There he is right there, down the back, all by himself at the back of this heat race. Coming around to complete this heat race. Checkered flag in the air for the 89. That's going to be Chenoweth taking the checkered flag. Nagy will come home 2nd, followed by Vanderwist, Ramsey, Culver, Dyson, Dewar, and Andrew Ferrer to finish off this Superstock heat race. So, first time, I think that's the first time we've seen Mr. Chenoweth in victory lane after a heat race here on Rogers TV this year. The 89 of Sean Chenoweth out of Drumbo will come around for a quick little picture, but not a bad race, but it'd be interesting to see what's wrong with the defending series champ Andrew Ferrer in the 9 car, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see if what his pit will do in this kind of time between the heat race and the feature to see what's wrong with the car, make any necessary adjustments to maybe make his car a little faster heading into the feature. As he's pulled into his pit, we see Chenoweth there in victory lane with the checkered flag, getting a few photos, and he'll give the checkered flag back after a couple more photos, and he'll head back to the pit as we get ready for the late model division, Chris.
Yes, absolutely. Coming up after the break, we'll head to the late models. That's a Friday night. It's Delaware Speedway, and it's Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Motorists across Ontario trust Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. Oil Guard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. Oil Guard knows how to help you duck the rust.
For over 50 years, White's Rental has been providing local contractors and members of the DIY crowd with professional quality lawn and garden tools, aerial lifts, and construction equipment. White's Rental, we have the right equipment to make your project easier.
Volunteering at Rogers TV was a huge part of my career path. It was the opportunities that I got doing color commentary for Woodstock Navy Vets Hockey or E&G shoots for First Local and Plugged In that led to the opportunity of me getting my first job right out of college at Rogers TV. And that led to me becoming the station manager of all of Southwestern Ontario. Take the chance, learn the skills. It will help you down the road.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard at Chris Horskoff Real Tower. Let's go trackside, Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, I was just in the pits, and a lot of the guys are getting pretty anxious. All the crew chiefs are getting pretty anxious because raindrops are starting to fall, especially on the front stretch. I've been feeling raindrops on my skin. Just very small right now, little tiny drops right now, but they're worried it's going to get worse. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Joy. And more importantly than that, I'm wondering why there's nobody in that canteen behind them. There's some good food down there.
Yeah, there you go.
It was empty.
as we get ready for heat race number 1 in the Super Stock division. The number 5 of Peyton Jacobs will sit lead position. The 69 of Lloyd Rawlings will sit number 2. The 10K of Jesse Kennedy is in the 3rd spot. The 7 of Caleb Wood. And then behind Wood is the 37 of Steve Arand, the number 11 of Jason Lidster, and the crew here for heat race number 1 looking good as we are starting to double up here in the field.
Yeah, we are seeing a little, we are not seeing, but I am feeling just very, 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 very faint raindrops here at Tower. Forecast was 20% chance of precipitation, but looking over the horizon there towards Delaware and Mount Bridges, Ontario, it does look like potential rain, but we are currently under caution, getting set for late model heat race number 1. Jason Lidster, I talked with him prior to the drivers meeting. The 11 looked pretty strong in the practice. He said he'd have to do a lot of changes to it during the week. They did have some damage to the race car the last 2 times the late models have been out, but I talked with Jason. I've known him for quite a few years. A very hardworking, passionate racer. He'll sit outside row number 3 beside Steve Aron as we get set with the lights off the Delaware Speedway pace vehicle. Getting set, late model heat race number 1. Peyton Jacobs at the point. Looking to come around to the restart zone, and we'll look for the green flag from the starter. Peyton has control, and they'll mash the gas, and we're racing with the late models and Lloyd Rawlings off to a really good start, Kyle.
Yes, Lloyd Rawlings absolutely mashing the gas, more so than Peyton Jacobs, as we see Jacobs falling behind big time now as 4 cars make the pass, as Peyton Jacobs is going to fall to 5th right off the bat, coming around, finishing the first lap of his heat race.
Rawlings to the lead, Caleb Wood the 2nd, Lidster's up to 3rd now. Mark Jacobs in the 96 is 4th. Lidster gets a good tap in on the rear bumper of the Wood machine. Down the back into turn 3, Kennedy's up to 5th. And he'll look to the outside of Mark Jacobs for position here out of turn number 4.
Yeah, that's a good start for Jesse Kennedy there in the 10K car, as he's made his way up to 4th. As we get a look back on the back straightaway, the race for 2nd. That's between Lidster and Wood, as Kennedy's making a name for himself, putting himself in that race.
Yeah, Jesse Kennedy in the 10X or 10K. Is it 10K or 10X? Yeah, 10K. Looks pretty strong right now. Great 3-car battle. Lidster really loose on a turn 2. You saw it there. Kennedy to the outside of the 11 machine. That's a battle for 3rd. Watson beside Jacobs right behind them for the battle for 5th. Joined by Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. 6 to go. Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
We see Kennedy there making a pass on Lidster for 3rd, and he's going to continue on the outside track, trying to pass Caleb Wood for 2nd, as he's having a good heat race here.
Yeah, Jesse's really been working that outside groove here in the heat race, and that outside groove has come to the 10K, or the 10K has really come to the outside groove. Either way you put it, the 10K's come to the front.
Coming to the front fast, as he's now passed Caleb Wood for 2nd place, and now he's gonna chase down Lloyd Rawlings for first.
Contact! Oh, right at the start-finish line of Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. Sorry, Kyle. Had it sideways down the front straightaway and kept it straight, and will continue under green.
4 to go under green flag conditions here at Delaware Speedway. As we get a look here at the back, Peyton Jacobs has fallen way off the pace here. Now it's Rawlings and Kennedy, as Kennedy has shortened that gap up significantly.
Yes, Kennedy has reeled in Rawlings now, front pair all together. Wood is still in 3rd spot, followed by Lidster. Kennedy peeks to the inside, to no avail. Lloyd Rawlings told me before the drivers meeting, hey, I love what you guys are doing on Rogers TV. Every Saturday morning we get up, we have breakfast, we have a coffee, we put it on TV and watch the airing from the previous night in Windsor, Ontario. We love it. So thank you to the Rawlings family for tuning in.
100% there. It's always nice to hear the racers going around. We have 1 lap left. here. This race for first is going to come down to the wire. It looks like Lloyd Rawlings is going to fend off Kennedy as they come into turn 4.
Yeah, out of turn 4, it's the 69er Rawlings. Checkered flag in the air. He'll win it. Followed by Kennedy, Wood, Linster, Watson, Beauchamp Jr., Mark Jacobs, the 22 of Schrenk, the 37 of Iran, the 17 of Zagarani, and the 5 of Peyton Jacobs. So Lloyd Rawlings, when you are watching this back from your comfy couch having coffee on a Saturday morning in Windsor, Ontario, congratulations. You look good in heat race number 1.
Very good. Right from the start, right from that green flag in the air, he mashed the gas real well to pick up that lead and never relinquished.
Let's get not a bone stock, let's get a super stock update. Defending series champ Andrew Ferrer with Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, I'm down here with the number 9 super stock team. Andrew, you were a little bit off the pace today. What happened?
Well, I think we burned up the tires at the beginning on the outside there, but we came to find that we got something going on with the brakes, so hope we can get that figured out.
So what are the odds of you think of getting it figured out before the feature tonight?
Oh, working on it right now. Hopefully we can get it figured out and get this thing back out front.
Yeah, if you can see over here, it looks like your team's really dedicated to getting this one fixed, eh?
Yeah, I got a good team. Thanks to them.
All right, good luck.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Joy Langdon, trackside with super stock number 9, Andrew Ferrer. Either there's somebody in that car or they just like hanging a pair of shoes out the window. I think there's somebody in the car.
I think so.
We are going to pause for a quick break. When we come back, late model heat race number 2 takes to the track. Rogers TV, Delaware Speedway Racing, presented by Oil Guard.
When you choose Pizza Hut, you're supporting a local, family-owned and operated business. We've been serving our community for over 35 years and take great pride in what we do. From our family to yours, thank you for choosing Pizza Hut and supporting local.
Hi everyone, my name's Ranger M. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Hi, I'm Melissa Yee, Community Engagement Specialist at Rogers TV. Volunteering at Rogers TV during my high school years provided a great opportunity for me to learn on-air reporting and writing, which helped me get into the college I wanted with that experience. The skills I learned while volunteering at Rogers TV were invaluable, and it has now led me down my career path of now overseeing the volunteer program at Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Orrs-Coffreel up top in the tower. Joey Langdon trackside getting set for late model heat race number 2. Kyle, why don't you take us through the field here?
As we see here, as they're getting ready under caution, the 39, that is the machine of David McCullough. And behind him will be the number 13 machine of Jaden Chapman, the 77 of Daryl Lake, and then it's number 18 of Patrick Friel, the 19 of Connor Pritico. Behind Pritico is the 73 machine of Cole Powell. Behind Powell is the 51 of Matt Robley. And then as we get around here, behind Robley is the 27 of Matt Box. The 03 of Ray Morneau, the points leader here in the late model division. And then rounding out the field is the 21, I believe that is Dustin Hardy in the 21 machine, rounding out the field here for heat race number 2.
All right, thank you, Mr. Friel. Any relation to the 18? Just kidding. Cousins, right? Brother-in-laws.
Brother-in-law.
I corrected myself in time. Brother-in-laws in the 18, Patrick Friel. Last time we saw the late models, last time you and I saw the late models, Patrick looked really strong. We'll see what the 18 has under the hood tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And we have a little bit of time here. My wife and daughter were wanting to come out today, but the daughter is a little bit under the weather. So they are watching us on the YouTube stream at home. So shout out to them. Thank you for supporting Rogers TV. And
How
watching.
old is your little girl?
She'll be 2 on August 9th. So,
nice. Birthday coming up.
Yeah, birthday coming up. So it's nice to have them supporting not only Rogers, but us up here in the booth and everybody in the truck and Joey and them down trackside. So thanks for the support.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Joey, let's go trackside to Joey right now. Joey?
Hey guys, I went over to the 5 box and I saw Peyton Jacobs. I said, hey, what's the issue? Peyton Jacobs said, well, it's simple. There's no brakes. So they're trying to fix the issue before the feature. If it's not fixed, they're going to, they probably can't run. You need brakes to run a race car. And Peyton Jacobs, that's why she was so off the pace in the heat race. No brakes. So back to you guys.
All right, Joey, thank you so much. I'm telling you, week after week, this is the first time we've had a trackside reporter, like since I've been working here at Rogers at Delaware Speedway this year, is our first time we've had a trackside reporter, and week after week, Joey gets more and more content for us from trackside. It's fantastic. We love that aspect of it. Getting the behind the stories from the pit area is awesome. We're still under caution here. The forecast does appear to have rain in it now. Thank you, Mother Nature, for not adhering to what you said earlier today, which was 20% all night, but Mother Nature, she tends to have a mind of her own, doesn't she? But let's go back to your 2-year-old daughter. Advice from a father of a daughter who's now 20. Enjoy the young years, because before you know it, mom and dad might go down the priority list a little bit in favor of friends, social media, cell phones, stuff like that. So enjoy it, bud. Yeah, boyfriends, but I wasn't going to mention that. But
yeah, no,
enjoy the time.
Most definitely. We've been enjoying every moment we've had with her is good. So I'm glad that she's able to watch myself on TV and also her uncle on the racetrack.
I've been told though that eventually they come back to mom and dad. Eventually, after they're through all these years, they come back and family goes back up the ladder. So it's all good.
It's a roundabout way.
Yeah, because we've all did the same thing. We have the 13 of Chapman coming into the pits there. You see top of the screen, a gold and black card coming for consultation with the pit crew here. And he's going to stop, or I thought he was going to stop right near the victory lane area, but he's going to continue. He's being directed down to the end of pit road. Not sure what's going on with the third. There you see our flagman Albert. There's something going on here preventing the start of this late model, and it's not precipitation. There you see Chapman coming to the end of pit road. Jaden Chapman of the Sarnia. And now, not sure what's going on here. Obviously, communication happening with the track officials. And the 13 looks like he's being directed back onto the track. Still waiting for this second heat race for the late models to get going here. And with the incoming weather, I'm almost positive that our scheduled 10-minute intermission will be shortened quite a bit if I know the track officials here like I do. So there's a problem with the back end of the 13 apparently. So maybe a track official saw something hanging from the 13 and it looks like they fixed it up and sent Jaden back on his way.
Getting word here from the truck. It could have been his transponder not in the right spot, could have been hanging loose. So nonetheless, they get that all fixed up. And back to the people watching it at my residence. I got a text from the wife saying that we also have a 10-year-old there that is a good friend of ours that is watching as well. So want to make a shout out to Julie Silverthorne that is watching at the home of Kyle and Kate Friel. And so again, thanks for all the support to everybody that watches, whether it's on the cable TV, the YouTube stream, or where you're watching from. Thank you so much. And as we look here at Chapman getting back on the track, back into his position.
Good call from the truck because I don't see 13 on your computer, Kyle, so I don't know if he was registering at all. Let's go trackside, Joey Langdon.
Yeah, I just talked to Jaden Chapman's team, and it wasn't his fault. The transponder was just dead, so they had to replace it with a new one. But everything's good now. No issues on the car itself. So, I mean, Jaden Chapman's team, they feel really confident today. They were just joking with me that they think they're going to see me in victory lane today. So maybe we'll see. Back to you guys.
There we go, and we're awaiting confirmation that we'll have a live feed from the Friel residence later. I'm not sure if we're going to have a live feed. That was just a joke. Live feed from your house while you're here. That'd be interesting. But watching Patrick run around and having a split screen with a live feed from your house. That'd be kind of neat.
Split screen here with we'll get on the Google Duo or the Facebook Messenger video call and try and do something crazy like that. But no, it's good. It's good here as now the 13 is back on the live timing on Race Monitor here.
Yep, there he is.
Now it looks like we're just waiting for the field to double up. The white and yellow flags are in the hands of the flag man, Albert, down there. So this time around, it might look like they're going to start to double up here. And as we look coming around.
Chapman is the pole car, so they need to get that transponder fixed for sure. McCullough outside row 1. Then it's Lake and Friel. Connor Pritico and Powell, Robley and Kyle Steckley, last week's feature race winner, Morneau and Matt Pritico, who returns after a couple weeks away in the Block 21. So the field all doubled up. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car. Getting set for heat race number 2. 10 laps scheduled. Chapman, the point car, coming around to the restart zone, just at the exit of turn 4. You'll see, there it is, the restart zone right there. They're mashed the gas. We're racing with the half mile, and Chapman missed the gear, allowed McCullough to get to the front. Friel to the outside, up the Delaware Hill, down the back, and Friel gets pitched by McCullough, and David McCullough to the lead in the red 39.
Good start for McCullough there. Friel also able to pick up some spots, but this field here is still tight. As the 73, there's contact between Friel and Cole Powell as they exit turn 1.
Yes, they're, I think, almost positive that Chapman might have missed the gear on that start, and McCullough was away. Front 5 now nose to tail. Steckley up to 4th. It is Morneau to 5th. In the 0-3, then it's Robley, Chapman, Lake, Connor Pritico, and Matt Pritico.
As we see here, the 73 of Cole Powell trying to get in on the inside. As we look here, Chapman is fell off the pace here as he's trying to make his way back to the front.
And side by side for the second spot is Powell in the 73. It's Friel in the 18. And Steckley's come to join the party at the front. 3-car battle now for second. McCullough out front in the red 39. Out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Go ahead.
Good heat race starting here as we see Friel getting caught on the outside. He's giving up some spots now as Cole Powell and Steckley trying to make the pass.
Yeah, Morneau there in the 0-3 as well. Steckley was a lightning rod last week, Kyle. Seriously, he dominated the late model feature. He looks strong again tonight. On the inside of Friel, contact with the 18. Friel will lose a couple of spots. Morneau's by him. Robley to the inside of the 18. And now it's Morneau up to 4th spot. And battling to the lead now. Powell looks to the inside of McCullough to no avail.
McCullough doing a great job here as the leader. But no, as I say that, they enter the back straightaway. And Cole Powell now makes the move out of turn 3. He gains front position here in this heat race, gives the pass on McCullough.
Steckley to the inside of McCullough now grabs second spot. Morneau trying to follow him through. McCullough caught on the wrong lane at the wrong time. Robley will fly by him. Here comes Patrick Friel to try to get to the inside of McCullough, and he will in turn 3. David McCullough falling like a bad leaf right now. Powell to the lead through turns 1 and 2. Steckley in the 22. Then it's Morneau. Robley up to 4th. Nose to tail. Steckley looking strong again. He'll dip to the outside now. Steckley gained the lead last week on the outside, and he'll stick it, and Steckley will lead that lap. He tries to, go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Steckley absolutely continuing what he started last week in the feature race. He's now taking the lead here in heat race number 2 as the checkered flag is going to be in the air.
Out of turn 4, last lap pass pays off for the 22 of the Steckley. Actually, a lap and a half ago he made that pass. Powell will come home second, Morneau 3rd, Robley 4th. Then it's Friel, Connor Pritico, McCullough finished in 6th spot. Then it's Darrell Lake Jaden Chapman and Matt Pritico. If you were with us last week, race fans, you remember that 22 you're seeing on the screen right now, he went from the middle of the pack to the lead in the late model feature on the outside. That's how he took the lead on Cole Powell in the heat race on the outside, Kyle.
That's right, and from the races I've been here with Rogers TV, the outside has seemed to be the preferential side, the track that the racers want to take, as it's been pretty fast on the outside. Usually not the case. Usually they want the inside track, but here with the new pavement and everything like that, the outside has been the preferential treatment for these racers.
Absolutely. The 22, Kyle Steckley, heat race number 2 winner. The last chance qualifier for the Bone Stocks on the other side of the break. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Top to bottom, no drip rust protection at Oil Guard goes right to where your car or truck needs it most. From the engine compartment to the door panels, and 8 points in between. Oil Guard has you covered. One Oil Guard treatment will help you duck the rust for 1 full year.
Rogers TV has given me a ton of opportunities, including meeting new people, getting involved with my local community, and trying a ton of variety of different production roles, such as graphics, camera, and audio.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. Welcome, Chris Orrs alongside Kyle Friel. Joy Langdon trackside getting set for the Bone Stock LCQ. Thoughts, Kyle, on the racing thus far tonight?
It's been good. The Bone Stocks, as always, there's a huge field, so it's interesting to see which cars are going to come out fast. Each and every week they're racing here at Delaware, but it's going to be interesting to see in this last chance qualifier who gets the last couple of spots in the feature. But as for the Super Stocks, it's great to see that field driving as fast as they are. And I can't wait for all the feature races to happen, because that's where the fun begins. As like we mentioned off the top of the show, it's halfway through the season after tonight's races. Yeah. So the points become all that more crucial if you want to have a fighting chance at winning that points total championship.
Even the points in the heat race. There's points in the heat race. If race fans didn't know that, there's points up for grabs in the heat race. Not as many as in the feature. But yeah, a great point for sure. DelawareSpeedway.com for ticket information. There's racing here every week. We got a large card coming up in August, but we'll step away quickly looking for the Bone Stock LCQ when we come back. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Favorite part of volunteering at Rogers has been picking up new tech skills like running cameras or graphics, and getting to volunteer with and meet people in a super fun sports-based environment.
Monday nights, a winner with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV. With a weekly prize board of $3,000, the money raised funds projects to help the youth in our community. You can pick up your cards at over 90 locations across London, and for only $2, you get 6 chances to win. Watch, play, and win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV, or streamed live at rogerstv.com.
Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV on the beautiful Friday night here at the half mile. On the track right now, Bone Stocks. It's our last chance qualifier. 6 cars will advance from the LCQ into tonight's Bone Stock feature, which is the next scheduled race as well. We are uncertain if we're going to have a full intermission here after this race, because we do have incoming weather, as we've seen on the radar now. Kyle Friel, but getting set for the LCQ.
Yeah, by the way, racing at Delaware Speedway on Rogers TV, brought to you by Oil Guard. Just a little bit of a thing there. I think you forgot to mention the Oil Guard sponsor.
I did when we went to break.
But coming out of break, you always want to mention the sponsor. But
oh my goodness!
Nonetheless,
what are you doing? Critiquing me now?
Maybe, but I do want to mention, as the cars are running around caution, the 06 of Sarah Wheel back on the track for this last chance qualifier.
Yes.
So that is good to see as we look at the field for this last chance qualifier. The 55 of Craig Cole leading the pack, then the 07 of Jack Dixon, and then that's the 89, I believe, of is that the 89 or 90 in that black? The third
90 is the black. That's Lamont,
yes,
and the
that's
90.
Lamont.
Yep, folks. And if you're interested in doing some work here with Rogers TV, maybe on camera, behind camera, we are looking for an analyst starting next week. If you're interested in joining us here for Delaware Speedway Racing, I think this might be Kyle's last night. Just kidding.
Gotta have some fun up here in the booth.
Well, hey, if you don't have fun, you don't enjoy the time, right? You gotta have fun.
Gotta do what you gotta do to have fun, and especially passing the time under these caution laps. There's nothing really to call, so you just want to have some fun with your fellow co-workers here. But nonetheless,
I'll be honest, this is the most caution laps I've seen pre-racing in a long time here, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe there's a new process or something that they're doing here at Delaware Speedway, but there's a lot of parade laps before the field even doubles up here that I'm used to be honest with you. So we'll see what happens here, but this is the LCQ 6 to advance out of this race leading into the feature.
That's right, and that'll round out the field at 30 cars for the feature event of the Bone Stock division, and
which means 11 are going home.
Yeah, 11 will.
We never thought hit the road. There were a few years ago. Never thought that you'd ever see that in any division where you had to send cars home. But yeah, 11 not making the feature tonight. 6 to come out of this LCQ. DelawareSpeedway.com for ticket information, as mentioned before we went to break. I got a big card coming up in August featuring 70 laps for the late models and 70 for the super stocks. It's going to be a fantastic event, but the full schedule on at DelawareSpeedway.com. You can come camping here for free. Camping is free here at Delaware Speedway. Lots of room over the wall at the backstretch in the field area behind the scoreboard. There you see part of the field there, but we do have some trailers here with us tonight. But when those holiday weekends roll around or whatnot, it's a full packed trailer park back there.
Yeah, exactly. And why not, right? You camp for free, pay the gate fee for Delaware Speedway, see some great racing on a couple of nights throughout the weekend. Hey, why not? What better thing to do is there on a weekend than come out and support some local business at Delaware Speedway and watch some super fast cars go around a half mile.
All right, when we come back, we're hoping to start this LCQ for the Bone Stock division. You are watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, and yes, presented by Oil Guard.
Be distracted and leave your cooking unattended.
Stand by your pan and look while you cook.
Hi, my name is Gerald. I'm a volunteer here at Rogers TV. Really happy with all the great things I've learned doing video productions for Rogers, all the great people I've met, and being part of a great community.
Shannon Woolley, host of Batter Up Beachville on Rogers TV. Join myself and Doug Harris as we learn more about the first recorded baseball game in Beachville. Watch it on Rogers Cable, RogersTV.com. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard, Chris Soares, Coffreal Tower, Joy Langdon at trackside. We were talking about the camping here at Delaware Speedway. Yes, you can camp here. It's a free camping with racing ticket admission. We got to make sure that we mention that as well. Getting set for the, and this is what I talked about before, like we are still doing a parade lap around here, and I'm not quite sure why we're parading for so long here. And I'm sure the track officials have a reason for it. We just don't know what that reason is. And we're going to see in the feature the 22P of Dylan Bradley. He's actually the, I think, the nephew of Ray Morneau. Cousin of Ray Morneau. And a funny little story, he has a yellow stripe on the back of his car. His first ever time racing a car. He's racing here at Delaware Speedway, and I think it says something like, don't follow me, I have no idea where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit of fun here. We have fun up in the booth. The drivers are having fun amongst themselves too. A rookie driver here on the half mile, and I heard it before. If you get lost on a half mile, there's might be a little bit of an issue unless you just go out that back way out of turn 1 into turn 2. But that's the only way you can really get lost here on in Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you turn right instead of turning left, you turn right. You're never going to get lost because you're going to hit the wall. So you know that you've gone too far. But yeah, you're turning left 4 times here at the half mile for sure. And continuing to parade here with the LCQ, unless they're waiting for some more cars to come out of the infield. Now we're starting to see the flags being changed on the starter stand, and the field doubling up here for the Bone Stock Last Chance Qualifier. Craig Cole in the 55, who won last week's feature, is relegated to the LCQ to try and advance. Has to be the top 6 to get to the 30-car Bone Stock feature. So top 6 advancing out of this LCQ.
That's right, as the pace car makes its way around the track again. The white flag in the hands of Albert there. It's in the air, so one more caution lap as these cars start to double up in the field for this last chance qualifier in the Bone Stock division. As the pace car lights are off, that pace car will exit, and exiting turn 3, and then it's green flag in the air, and
yeah,
let's get racing.
It's only 5 laps. I just saw the scoreboard. It's not 10, it's 5. So this will be a quick one. Cole on the point, Dixon outside row 1, then it's Lamont and Sterrett. Then it's the 12 of Joe Kicks and Brett Pelly in the 77. Getting set for the Bone Stock Last Chance Qualifier. Top 6 will advance to the feature. Coming out of turn 4, looking for the restart zone. They are at it, and we are green at the half mile. Side by side, both front rows into turn number 1. Cole, Dixon, Lamont, Sterrett, all right there. The 77 is Pelly. The 07 had his bumper ripped off him in the heat race, did not qualify through, obviously. And looking to get to the outside, the 55, Kyle, as Joey told us earlier, that's a second car, not the one that won the feature last week. So the 55 trying to get to the feature.
Yeah, the 07 making a nice pass there. That's Jack Dixon as he passes Craig Cole for first spot here. And we get a look here as they enter turn 4. And the race is now, they're kind of single file starting to go as we see the Sterrett machine on the outside trying to make a pass.
Yeah, so the scoreboard was incorrect, showing 5. They're having some issues with the connectivity of it right now. So we'll be watching the flag stand to see what Albert gives us for flags. The front 2 away to the races. Dixon in the 07. And let's look back to the back of the pack there in the second, in the battle for third. It's 15 laps for this last chance qualifier. Stay with this. See that left rear tire in the 55? Watch this, folks. Watch when he goes into turn 3. He's going to put so much pressure on the right front, the left rear comes right off the ground. Watch this. See that? Cornering on 3 wheels, the 55 of Craig Cole. He's had that car set up like that for years.
That is absolutely crazy. kind of a little risky, but if he knows how to do it, he's going to do it. And if it gives himself some speed out of the corners, that's what he's going to do to try and gain spots.
Yeah, that wheel doesn't touch the racing surface for almost the complete double corner. Here we go again. 07 is Dixon. There's the three-wheeled 55 of Craig Cole. Look at that. That wheel's off the ground for almost the entire 2 turns.
Yeah, that is absolutely unbelievable. And he doesn't lose any speed there, even with a tire off the ground. So good on him to keep Craig Cole keeping his vehicle in tabs as he keeps battling here for top spot.
Dixon out front, Cole in the second spot. Then it's Sterrett, Lamont, the 12 of Kicks. And right now the final transfer spot is in the hands of the 25 of Adam Genereux out of London. And Adam is being really mauled over by the 77 of Pelly. That battle for the final transfer spot is right there. The 25 of Genereux, the 77 of Pelly. Genereux has the 6th spot right now and trying to advance it on the high side of the 12 of Joe Kicks. Those front 3 are battling for 5th and 6th. As the Genereux and the 25 will grab a spot from Kicks. Now Kicks is on the bubble. Kicks is in the 6th spot in the Wonder Bread number 12 car. And Pelly trying to advance with 1 pass right now.
Yeah, that's all he needs is a pass here from the 12. And Pelly will then take the 6th and final spot as we get ready for this heat race to continue. As we look, as the 12 machine is doing a nice job of defending, but Pelly making a high pass on the outside.
Yeah, that's a battle for the transfer spot, folks. This is the last chance qualifier for the Bone Stocks at 6 advance. 12 has the 6th spot. The 77 wants it in the turn 3. It's Kicks in the 12, Pelly in the 77, side by side to try and advance to the feature. Meanwhile, the front 2, no change in the front of the field. The Dixon machine leading, Cole down the back. And the 12 fights off a challenge from the 77 here in the 6th and final transfer position.
As we see here, the 13 car on the outside, down on the inside, reports saying that power steering has gone out of that vehicle. So they're just trying to stay out here and out of the way of these lap cars.
4.5 laps to go, last chance qualifier. That battle for 6th a little longer because Pelly almost lost it in turn 4, almost hit the wall. Now he's a good 10 car lengths behind Joe Kicks, who's currently in the transfer position. 4 laps to go. There's your lead battle. 07 to Dixon, 55 and Cole.
Barring anything happening here, it looks like Craig Cole will be in the feature race and a chance to defend his title from last week. So it's that's all you need to do. You just need to get there in order to have a shot at either winning the feature or, in this case, defending the title. So it looks like Craig Cole will get to the 30-car feature in the Bone Stock division.
And now it's a bigger lead now for the 07 to Dixon. It's out to about 8 car lengths into turn number 3. The 55 is Craig Cole in the 2nd spot, comfortably set to advance. I think 2 laps to go this time by. The scoreboard is not operational. We are watching the flag stand. I think we might get the white next time by. We'll confirm that. And Pelly tracking the 12 down again. It's not over for the 6th and final transfer spot, as I think we're going to get the white for sure here this time around. There's the 12 of Joe Kicks down the back. Here's the leaders out of turn 4. White flag in the air for the 07 of Jack Dixon. The 55 is Cole in 2nd, comfortably in the transfer position. Pelly is tracking the 12 down. This could get interesting here, as they're in the traffic as well. There's the leader into turn number 3. Quarter of a lap left for Jack Dixon. He'll transfer to the final. And out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air for the 07 to Jack Dixon. He's through. Craig Cole is through. Let's go to the transfer spot. Out of turn 4, the white 12 has the 6th spot to the 77, and it's going to be the 12 of Joe Kicks coming home in the 6th and final transfer position. And the top 6 will head to the 30-car Bone Stock feature, which is going to be absolutely crazy, Kyle.
Yeah, 30 cars on a half-mile track. It's going to get congested real quick, and what I think here is the bone stocks will lead off the features after the little brief intermission that they will have. So for these cars that just qualified, really not a whole lot of time for them to make any adjustments possibly before the feature, but nonetheless, we see the 07 there of Jack Dixon into the Pennzoil victory lane as he takes the last chance qualifier top spot. And we're going to get ready for more racing.
Yep, so when we come back, that concludes our heat races and last chance qualifier for this Friday night. We're looking forward to the feature races coming up very shortly. We'll pause for a quick break. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Rogers TV has given me a ton of opportunities, including meeting new people, getting involved with my local community, and trying a ton of variety of different production roles, such as graphics, camera, and audio.
Hi, I'm Dan Mailer. I'm the host of London Lights, the show where we talk about notable Londoners who have made a big mark, big impact on the world of music, entertainment, sports, politics. Today our guest is Jonathan Hollow, Yuri Poole of the McCartney years, the one and only Jim Chapman, Peter Brennan of Jeans and Classics fame. London Lights, Thursday at 8:30.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing. Thanks for joining us on the Friday evening. Chris Soares, Kyle Friel. Let's go trackside. We have a driver interview with Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, one of the things I love about bone stocks is the make diversity. You've got Pontiacs, you've got Toyotas, you've got Hondas, you've got everything. You've even got a Mini. I'm here with Chris Fairweather. Chris, why do you run a Mini against the Pontiacs, the Toyotas, and all that?
Diversity. It's fun. It's not your average everyday show, right? And everybody comes here for a good time. We love racing here at Delaware. You know, we're all trying to get to that Pennzoil winner circle. So we're, you know, it runs fast and fun, and you know, these other cars, everybody seems to been running them long enough to they know all the tricks, and this is new.
Right.
It makes it entertaining.
So a lot of the guys, especially up front, like to run a little physical. You got a lot smaller of a car. How do you deal with guys beating up front when you got the smaller car?
Well, we're not up front, so until we're up front.
You ran up front earlier today, though.
Yeah, we'll get back there. We got a couple things we need to check and change, but the physical is, you know, Rubbin's racing, and these guys are the best to race with around. Everybody has a good time, you know, and every once in a while it doesn't work so well, but it's still fair, you know. I'm going to get over to Dad's and get myself a new water pump so I can keep this car working. We'll see how long we last tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned there was some issues before the race. You got it sorted out for the feature, but it started acting up again.
Yeah, I had a little electrical issue. We sorted that out, but at the end of that heat race, we were running hot again. So I'm going to have to drill some holes in the bumper, I think, just to get more airflow into that engine area. Try to get even lighter. Yeah, of course. We're going to make it lighter and go faster.
All right, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joy, from a Mini 6 to a Mini 60. We'll be right back after a minute. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
In the family with addiction, the person with the addiction becomes front
center all the time.
Addiction and substance use affects all the layers of our society.
Everything was about trying to out him and fix him, and I was just done.
I always felt kind of different. I never felt the same as other people.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, Breaking Through the Stigma of Addiction, on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Welcome to the Tower here with Chris Soares and Kyle Friel. Minutes away now from getting our feature races set. 25 laps from the bone stocks, 35 from both the super stocks and the late models. Based on what you've seen so far tonight, Kyle, what are you looking forward to in the features?
For the features, if anything is indicative of what's going to happen, Jack Dixon showed a good speed in the last chance qualifier to make the feature race. We're obviously going to have to watch out for Craig Dixon in the 55, as he won last week, so he's always in the mix with his machine. As for the super stocks, it's going to be something that we're going to look out for, as well as the
thing about the super stocks is anybody can win on any night, because that division is so tight, and we can even throw the late models in on that as well. You don't know who it's going to be, because the division is so competitive. Both the super stock and the late models are so competitive that it could be your night, or you could be marred back in 15th spot for the whole night. You don't know.
Exactly, and that's the thing. A car could be running super well, but then, like you mentioned, there's that many more cars that are running just that little bit better than you are on a particular night. So, it's never cut and dry who's going to come away with a feature win in these divisions. It's always going to be competitive. It's going to be fun to watch, especially as the 25 laps in the bone stocks, and you mentioned the 35 laps for both the super stock and the late model divisions.
I'm looking forward to the super stocks, because last week Trevor was with us here on Rogers TV, so they were off. So last time they raced, there was some bad blood occurred in the feature race. A couple of different examples of that. So we'll see if that kind of continues on this evening for 35 laps. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But the late models, they're going to be strong as well. Jesse Kennedy ran really strong in his heat race in the 10K. You mentioned that midway through the season, this is when you pretty much know what you can have on a weekly basis and whether you are a contender or a pretender right now.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of these cars still think they're contenders. So that's the mindset you got to have going into any given race, whether it's a heat race or a feature race. You got to have the mindset, yeah, I can contend with these guys. And because as soon as that mindset starts to change, like, okay, maybe my car's not as good as I thought, or whatever, that's when things can happen and you drive a little differently, and you might cause some issues for yourself on the track. So you always want to have a good mindset, clear mindset going into a race. It's like any sport, right? If you have a clear, good mindset going in, you just do the best you can on any given night and see exactly what result comes out of it.
We're inside the intermission right now from Delaware Speedway. When we come back, we'll check in trackside with Joey Langdon. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games, with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. I'm a local family physician here in London, and I'm very excited to be working with Rogers TV on this new format, which will give us an opportunity to explore all sorts of topics related to medicine and health. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We'll see you then.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Orrs alongside Kyle Friel Tower here, and let's go trackside. We have last week's Rogers TV analyst now with Joy Langdon.
Yep, down here with Trevor Culver, and you're no stranger to Rogers TV. You were with us last week. Now you're back in the car. So how does it feel being down here driving, still with the camera on you, as opposed to upstairs?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun up there, but it's more fun down here. I mentioned it last week that I had a blast up there, but as much as I like being up there on camera, I'd rather be over there in Victory Lane on camera, so that's what we're going to try and shoot for tonight.
That's a great way to put it, but you weren't in Victory Lane in the heat race. You started in the back and couldn't quite fight your way back up. Do you have to change any sort of strategy to make sure that doesn't happen again in the future?
Yeah, so we started 5th and ended 5th in the heat there. We fell back. It was kind of pretty congested, and I couldn't find a good lane to go in. Once we got that sorted out, we started working our way back up. We struggled a little bit in practice, but we worked hard on it. Got this Inventory Express Lubricants #1 Chevrolet working a lot better, and we're really excited for the future.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Perfect. We're back up here on the tower, joined by track announcer Jamie Mosley. How's it going, sir?
Excellent, excellent. We got a little intermission here while we're waiting for the Bone Stock feature to fire up. So Chris said, come join you for a couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get your take here on what we've seen in the heat races and from all three divisions.
Definitely some great action here tonight. We saw the 22P, Chase Pinsonneau getting aggressive. Pretty good. We saw all your top point guys in that second late model heat all over each other. Kyle Steckley on a roll, winner last time out, winner in his heat race again tonight. How about Lloyd Rawlings, racing here since 1992. Heat race win in the late model. Doug Stewart, he's raced here since 1979, and he got a heat race win. So it's almost like it's Veterans Night here at the Speedway this evening. Plus, you've got the young guns, your point leader Ray Morneau in the late models. Definitely was quick. Pete Vander was struggled a bit to get to the front. Finally did, though, later on in his heat race as the point leader. And the big surprise in Bone Stock was Craig Cole not making the A main and having to qualify his way in through the B main, and he wasn't really fast. It's a different car than he's had out here previously. But you're going to see some good racing in the Bone Stocks as well when feature time comes.
Yeah, you mentioned the veteran kind of night. We also do have that one rookie that we've been talking about in the Bone Stock division. As a rookie driver, what kind of things would be going through his head getting on a half-mile track like this for the first time?
Well, it depends on where they are. Like Josh Flanagan, a little bit older. I mean, he's driven a car on the street for years. Mitchell Rawlings, when he hopped in a race car last year, he was like 15 years old, 16 years old. He'd never really driven a car on the street even. So just kind of getting used to that. And we've seen those guys both come along just at a different pace because of where they are in real life. And then you got the guys like Steckley, for example, who've been go-karting as a kid growing up, and Connor Pritico, who go-karted as a kid and has now stepped into a late model. So definitely a wide open field here tonight. Great race in the late model so far. Great racing in the Inventory Express Super Stocks and the Discount Auto Part Depot and Supply Bone Stocks. I mean, their last heat race was great. Jeremiah Rabideau, wow, back to front. He was quick.
Yeah, and as we get ready for this Bone Stock feature, 30 cars jam-packed on a half mile. What kind of mindset do you think drivers have to stay clean and but also maybe be aggressive at times to make that pass to try and grab spots?
I think it's just a case of bottled up aggression, and when you use it, you want to use it at the right time, you know. But you have to be patient. Don't put yourself in a bad spot. For example, I always say this about a guy like Brandon Watson, who's won so many APC races over the years. Biggest thing I noticed watching him is he just never put himself in a bad spot. So that's the whole key to the Bone Stocks. If you think it's going to end up bad going 4 wide, just let him go 3 wide without you. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to pass him next time.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for your time, Jamie. Always a pleasure having a chat with you. We'll be going to break here at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Sometimes, for a wish to come true, it takes a kingdom, because together we're stronger. Tied tight, united we stand, in honor of one child's wish, to fuel the fire that will grant many more. Join the kingdom.
Morgan, and I'm excited to be the new host of LDN ONT TV. Join me and my guests as we discuss the topics trending here in London, Ontario. Tune in Thursdays at 6:30, only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, and thank you to Jamie Mosley for sitting in. Very good interview. I heard that, and you guys know each other, obviously. Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, so I just walked by the BT Racing pits where they have the 13, the 59, the 28, and a whole bunch of cars, and the 4 and the 78, all those. And Miss Penny, who was driving the number 13, just didn't make it a last chance qualifier. So she hopped out of the car and took her second job, which is the crew chief for the 78, the 28, and the 59. So backup crew chief Carl Bartlett wasn't pressed into service today, but that's Miss Penny, who didn't quite make the last chance qualifier, but has to lean back on her backup job, which is the crew chief for championship contenders. So busy night for her.
We have cars on the track, Kyle, getting set for the 25-lap bone stock feature, 30 cars. This is going to get crazy.
Yeah, it's I was talking to Jamie Mosley. He says it's bottled up aggression and when to use it when you have this big of a field on a half-mile track here. But nonetheless, it's going to be some kind of feature race for these bone stock division cars. And we're getting ready. The pace car out there directing traffic, and the car is just trying to warm up the tires here as they've been sitting for just a little bit of time here.
Yeah, the 21C will have the pole. That's Jason Lovey. Outside the pole will be the 11 of Rob Wollaston. Row 2 will be the 97 of Jesse Herzl. And then the 6, Chris Fairweather in the Mini Coupe will sit outside row number 2 as we continue parade laps here for the bone stock division. And 30 cars set to do a battle. The 22 in row 3, the 22F is going to be Jordan Fiddler, along with the 42 machine of Jason Craig. And what's interesting, Kyle, is that the cars that we are going to assume are going to be coming to the front in a hurry are starting from rows 6 and 7 on back, so this will get interesting.
I got a message from somebody, Steve Shaw Jr. in the 22F in the bone stock division.
Thank you very much.
So that is, thank you so much to Steve Shaw, saying Steve Shaw Jr. is in the 22F here in the bone stock division, as we always want to have the correct information to pass along to our viewers. And
we're glad you're following along with us. We do appreciate that. That's like having the coach on the bench in the ear saying, hey, this is the right name here and stuff like that.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
So getting set, go ahead.
Yeah, so just going to say here, the field getting set for this 25-lap feature race, Chris. What do you think is going to happen with 30 cars on a half mile?
Well, I think it's going to get busy at the front in a hurry. I'm looking back to one of the first few cars I see that's going to challenge up front, and that's going to be, it's funny because the 5 of Jeremiah Rabideau, the points leader, the 78 of Joe Lawrence, who's second in points, are actually going to start, I think, side by side. Yes, they are going to start side by side. They're going to be in row 5, 6, 7, in row 7. So from row 7 on back, look out, because they're going to get racing and get racy in a hurry. But the 21C of Lovey looked pretty good in the heat race. White flag on the speedway. He looked good in the heat race, Kyle. He'll probably be looking to create some track distance here before as we go to the green flag status here.
Yeah, that's right. And green flag in the hand of flagman Albert in the Pennzoil flag box high atop the racetrack at Delaware Speedway. As we get ready here, the pace car lights are off. The pace car exits here out of turn 3. The cars enter turn 4 into the restart zone. Green flag gonna be waving.
It's feature time at the half mile. We're racing with the bone stocks for 25 laps. And the field will funnel into turn 1. It's Lovey on the inside looking for the lead. Here comes Fairweather in a Mini Coupe. The front 3 trying to get away. Contact in the middle of the pack. Big wreck. It's got Joe Lawrence in it. They'll all stack up right in front of the scoreboard. It's an absolutely huge wreck in the bone stock division as cars will pile up, and we'll go immediately to yellow flag, and now we go to a red flag status, which means all cars need to stop in their current positions. A huge wreck on the backstretch, and it definitely caught at least second in points. Joe Lawrence, I think. I'm looking for the 5, Kyle. The 5 might be in there as well.
Into the pit there is Rabideau. His front and back end are absolutely ripped apart. I see here his crew just off to the left of our screen is working feverishly on his car to try and get the parts that are flying away off the car to see if they can salvage anything and get back on the track.
There you see the backstretch here, marred with cars. Let's go to the replay, see what we got here. There you see them, right side of the screen we're looking at here, race fans. You'll see them already starting to avoid now cars crashing into the inside. They're all stacking up. There's a huge crash there on the back, one of the barrels that protects the wall of the back pit entrance, and we immediately go to red flag. Now the thing about the red flag is we already have cars. Joe Lawrence is in the pit lane. He's second in points, but they cannot work on the car in red flag status, Kyle. And you see a lot of people at the back there, crew members looking to see if their vehicle that's involved is okay, stuff like that. But yes, definitely implications in the points as the top 2 in points. There's a good look here. I saw that late. I was looking away from the screen, but yeah, there's Cox in the 00. The 7 of Vanderwist Jr., he's up there in the points too. Lots of point standing implications here as we get a closer look with our handheld camera there on the backstretch. The 48, the 18, there's the 26 of Nathan Rea, but the huge implication in the points here, Kyle, we know that Rabideau was involved. We know Joe Lawrence was involved. We know that other point guys were involved as well, including Pete Vanderwist Jr. So we're going to have to clean this up and see where we're going. Let's go trackside, Joey Langdon.
Hey guys, I just talked to the officials, and sounds like there may be, we don't know about injuries yet, but everyone's okay, everyone's talking. So thankfully, seems like no huge injuries.
That is the key. That's the first thing we want to know. Are the drivers okay? That's the #1 status, is to find out the safety, and then let's clean up the cars.
That's right. And you did mention about the red flag status. Cars cannot be worked on, so you see a couple of the cars, the pit crews are surveying the damage, but as soon as that hits yellow, they're going to be doing what they can to get the cars fixed, to get them back out on the track. But we see here, obviously, St. John's ambulance out there as the precaution, just to make sure that if any drivers are feeling kind of ill effects from the impact, that they're there to supply the medical necessary medical tendencies that might need to happen.
Absolutely. The safety crews out there. There's the 78 of Lawrence. I thought under red flag conditions you couldn't work on the car unless that's different here at Delaware Speedway, but maybe they're just visually looking at what they need to fix once the status goes to yellow. I think that's what they're doing, is just having a look at the 78. That's the second place points driver right there of Joe Lawrence.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like you said, Chris, I think they're just surveying at what exactly is damaged on the front end of that vehicle. As soon as it comes back to yellow flag status and the cars start moving once again, that is when they can make the changes and make the fixes to the car that need to. And we still got quite a few cars on the back straightaway there that need to be towed off the track, as this tow truck is working feverishly here. Dropped one car off, he's back out. Now you see on his screen to get a couple of more cars off the track and clear up, and a lot of water out of the barrel, like you mentioned, Chris, on the protecting the wall there on the back entrance of pit road. A lot of water on the track now, but nonetheless, this bone stock race, not even a lap in yet, and it is mayhem on the track.
Absolutely. Under red flag conditions, Kyle, take us through our series of replays again.
We see here as we look back, the first car hits the barrels.
That was the 92 of Willems that hit the barrel first.
Willems hit the barrels first, and then it just kind of a parade back. Willems gets turned there, so he gets a little loose. He hits the barrels, and then everything else just kind of piles up back in behind him, and a lot of the field is in that wreck.
55 of Cole, the 88 of Starrett, 74 of Cook in there. There you see the lime green machine, the 26 of Rhea. But yeah, the 92 definitely got turned down low, could not recover in time. And then you saw it late there, the 5 of Jeremiah Rabideau, the points leader, heading into the pit area. So the points leader is in trouble. Second in points is in trouble. Vanderwish Jr., who's up there in points, is in trouble. A lot of point standing implications here in this opening lap multi-car collision in the bone stock division.
Yeah, exactly. As we get a look here, as that's the number 7 getting pushed into their pit stall in the back.
That's Pete Vanderwish Jr.
Pete Vanderwish Jr.
That's
He's
not a
getting
good
pushed
sign.
in. No, and then we see the tow truck coming into pit lane with a car on the hook. So it's something to do here, but we got time, so we'll step away, Chris.
Yep, red flag conditions here inside the bone stock feature from Delaware Speedway. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Rogers TV has given me a ton of opportunities, including meeting new people, getting involved with my local community, and trying a ton of variety of different production roles, such as graphics, camera, and audio.
Hi everyone, my name's Ranger M, and I work at Catfish Creek Conservation Authority. I'm the community outreach technician, and that means I do a lot of this, chatting about all things nature and conservation with kids, adults, teachers, everyone. I love to knowledge share, and that's just what I'm going to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. Chris Soares, Kyle Friel. We are under red flag conditions. As you can see, the cars are not moving because we've got a multi-car wreck on the back stretch. Kyle, take us through it.
Yeah, we see here that's the 92 vehicle that kind of spun loose right into the barrel, and then after that, just pandemonium on the racetrack. We get a couple of looks at the replay. There's the crash into the barrels. It's almost like bowling for dollars there, but the rest of it there, the 00 able to go away, and we see Rabideau in the 5 vehicle. The back end of his vehicle is just ripped apart, and we get a look here now. We're going to send it down to trackside reporter Joey Langdon.
All right, Joey, go ahead.
Hey guys, yeah, so it's not just a matter of cleaning it all up, the debris and the barrels. You gotta, if you're gonna race again, you gotta make it safe again. So they're trying to get the barrels back into position, get some water back in them. I mean, it's gonna be a long process because they just don't, they can't just get it cleaned up, they gotta get it safe again. So we're gonna be here a bit, but the officials are on it and they're working as hard as they can. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Joy. He is right on that notion. They can't just put the barrels back. They got to fill them with water. They got to secure them. As you saw, some straps being put around the barrels. So this might take a few more minutes under red flag conditions here in the bone stock division. So not even a lap complete.
No, exactly. As we get a look here at the Mini Cooper, the 6 car, he's been doing well so far. He's had a good start, and as we did mention here, 1 tow truck. So
right.
in a car in a wreck like this, it's tough. That more time is taken because you don't have 2 tow trucks to get the vehicles off, so it's a longer time process there too.
Perfect segue. Before we go to break, they are short-staffed here tonight, and a message came from Luke Ramsey, one of the owners of the track, in the drivers' meeting. A stern message, actually, and I wanted to get to this, and that was a perfect segue, actually. A stern message to drivers and crews to respect the staff here at Delaware Speedway. Apparently, there's been some instances where some of the staff felt that they were not treated very well, to be put politely. So now they're short-staffed for tonight. and we know how it's happening in the province, where there's a lot of job vacancies everywhere, and Delaware Speedway, one of them. Now they're short-staffed for tonight. Maybe that's a direct result right there of only one tow truck, but a stern message from one of the track owners tonight as we see Jeremiah Rabideau coming back on the pit road with no front bumper. We will continue to break down what has happened here in the Bone Stock opening lap of their feature. We're under red flag conditions after a multi-car collision on the backstretch. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Rogers TV has given me the opportunity to be involved within my local community, where I have met plenty of new people, experienced new things. I have done various production roles such as graphics, live audio, and camera work. Recently, I have been a part of the London Knights Rogers TV crew, and I have had a wonderful time there, being part of such an amazing and diverse group of individuals. I highly recommend it.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard. Chris Orrs and Kyle Ferrer. We're back to yellow flag conditions, so cars are being worked on. Let's go trackside to Joy Langdon.
Hey guys, so as you can see, despite all the damage, thankfully the ambulance checked everyone out. Nobody had to get in it. The ambulance has left, and nobody's injured. I'm down here with the 7. From your point of view, did you see what happened in that huge wreck?
I came out of 2, and it was already, the line was all filled, and I just tried picking the best one, and unfortunately I picked the wrong one today. Can't do anything about it. Stock car racing.
So I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not going to be able to run again today?
No, I'm done. My radiator is bent in half.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we hope to see you rest of the season. Tough luck today, but good luck.
Yeah, better luck next time, right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joy. Do we have a number or a name on that driver? Is that Pete Vanderwist Jr., if you can hear us?
That was the 7, yep.
Yes, that was Pete Vanderwist Jr. Thank you very much for that trackside report. So we do have the points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau, back on, re-entering the track with no front bumper, no rear bumper. We have the second place in points. The 20 to Joe Lawrence returned to the track after repair. So the top 2 in points, Kyle, are back on the track to get some points here. Vanderwist Jr. is out. He was high in the standings as well. So definitely some standing implications here tonight.
Most definitely. And without even a lap being completed here, it's tough for those point leaders to be out of the race so early. Like you mentioned, though, there was a couple that were able to get back on the track, but for Vanderwist Jr., his night is done. As we heard, his radiator bent in half, so that'll be some man hours put into the shop this week if he wants to be back out for their next race. But we see the cars lining up here on the front stretch on the outside wall, and we're going to get ready for some caution laps here as we get the cars back into position.
Chris Orrs, Kyle Frill, in case you're just joining us, we've come out of a red flag condition here. Kyle, tell us why, or show us why.
Yeah, if you just watch here, it starts with the 92 going into the barrels, and then the rest of the field behind them, nowhere to go, just piled up, made a mess of a couple of cars. But we got another quick look at it from a different angle. And the 92 loose on the backstretch into the water barrels, and then the rest is what they call history, with the rest of the vehicles having to try and find their lane out of it, but most cars there were not able to.
Yep, water is back in the barrels. They're all secure, but man, you see what a replay there, seeing the water shoot up there. But and then the other replay where you saw the barrels bouncing down the yellow rear entrance to pit road or pits walls, like the old Donkey Kong games back in the 90s where the barrels were rolling down. It was just crazy. There's barrels everywhere back there.
Barrels everywhere. I made the mention it almost kind of looked like a bowling ball going down in the alley and getting a strike and knocking down the pins. But
good news is nobody injured.
Exactly.
That is the good news.
Everybody is safe. Everybody is still on their feet here. May not be able to be driving their cars for the rest of this race, but they're on their feet, they're healthy, they're safe, so that's what matters here. We have cars back on the track here under caution. They're doubling up here on the back straightaway, and it looks like it'll be the white flag next time around under caution here.
Good news.
And that's very good news, as we will try and get some laps complete here under green flag conditions, but we still have the 21C of Jason Lovey sitting in the pole position, I do believe, choosing the inside groove, and the 97 sitting Jesse Herzl sitting in the second position, Chris.
Yeah, and we're going to watch the back of this field too. The points leaders back there, Rabideau, Joe Lawrence in the 78 back there. Rabideau's car looks much, much smaller now than every other car because there's no bumpers on either end of that 5 machine, but lights are off on the Delaware Speedway pace car. Kudos to the staff and the safety crew at Delaware Speedway for doing a fantastic job with at least a 10 to 12 car multi-collision on the backstretch. No drivers injured. That is great news. We are good to go here as we get set. The field brought around by Lovey Jr. looking for the restart zone. They're already mashing the gas. And we're going to be racing here with the Bone Stock feature. We're back to green flag conditions, and Lovey missed the shift, Kyle.
That was a huge mistake by Lovey there. That puts him deep behind in the field, and that gives the 6 Mini Cooper a chance. And now they're going to go 3 wide, almost 4 wide in the backstretch entering turn 3.
Yeah, that's Steve Shaw Jr. in the 22F coming to the front, side by side for the lead. And it's going to be the 17 leading that lap. That's Colin Wilms out of London. The 17 out front. But the field, the 64, way off the pace at the back of the field. He'll have to go to the pits as the field rumbles down the back.
Yeah, as we get a lap complete here in this feature race, the leader has just absolutely gone so far back as he missed a shift there on the start.
And Joe Lawrence has gotten past the points leader at the back by 2 spots. The points leader is Jeremiah Rabideau, no bumpers on either machine. And Joe Lawrence trying to get as many points. We got a car high in turn 2. Now we got a collision at turn 2 again. And they'll stack them up one more time. Oh, there's heavy contact with the 42. That's Lovey Jr. And the 42, Jason Craig, head on into the 21C. And caution on the speedway.
Second caution here on the speedway. We get a look at the replay going into turn 2. We'll see some contact here through the
That's the 07 of Dixon.
The 07 of Dixon gets into the 21C
watch Lovey. Now watch Lovey come down the track.
Comes down.
Here comes the 42. Oh, and there's the collision right there. Head on into the 42. Ray again involved in that, but not involved to the point where he had any contact, but he's right there, missing 2 huge wrecks, the 26 of Nathan Rea.
Yeah, Nathan Rea doing a great job of racing there, of driving, staying out of the wrecks, being able to keep his car kind of in one piece to be able to continue the race here. But luckily the cars are able to keep going here under the yellow flag. They're doubling up here, and it looks like white flag in the air. Wow. Here we go.
Track officials really starting to speed up this feature for sure immediately to double up in white flag scenario. So that's good for the race fans, and maybe there is incoming weather closer than we thought. We thought there was going to be a short intermission, but they felt that 10 minutes was good. So we're getting set for 2 laps are complete now, looking for 23 more here from the Bone Stocks as we still have safety crew high in turn 2.
Yeah, they're just going along the wall, making sure that
we're going to have to turn the caution lights back on because there's still a pedestrian safety crew in turn 2 and a vehicle in the backstretch. Are we going to turn the caution lights back on, or we're going to set them loose? Looks like we're going to set them loose. The track has cleared just in time, Kyle. Getting set for a restart. Out of turn 4. Green flag in the air. We're racing with the Bone Stocks.
3 wide going into turn 1 here off the restart, Chris.
Oh my goodness, Chris Fairweather in that Mini Coupe is looking good. There's Jordan Morris. Where did he come from? Second in the points. He started at the back, was in that big wreck on the backstretch. Now he's at the front and looking to take full advantage of trouble to the points leader.
That's right. Joe Lawrence as well in the 78 machine. He's up there in the lead here. He's battling with the 22F. This race is going to be anybody's to take here, as people have been missing shifts and everything on the restarts, causing the field to change constantly here, Chris.
Now problems with the 6 Fairweather Mini Coupe. He might have a tire going down. The 07 of Dixon's off the pace. It's carnage in the boat stocks. We're only 3 laps in. Here comes Steve Shaw Jr. with the lead in the 22. It's Joe Lawrence in the 78. Oh, there's his brother. It's Chris Lawrence. In the 28, where'd he come from? Chris Lawrence has come to the front, battling for the lead. It's the Lawrence brothers behind Steve Shaw Jr.
What a battle for first, second, and third as Chris Lawrence onto the outside. He's looking to pass Steve Shaw Jr. in the 22F.
The cream is starting to rise to the top again. Cox is near the front. The 50 is Phil Gibbons. The 73, Jordan Morris, and now Rabideau, the points leader, is up to the 8th spot. He's caught that lead pack. Down the back they come. It's Chris Lawrence in the 28. It's Shaw Jr. in the 22. The 78 is Joe Lawrence. Joe is second in the points right now. A few positions ahead of Jeremiah Rabideau, who is the points leader. It's the Lawrence brothers side by side for the lead at Delaware.
That was a great pass coming out of turn 4 for Joe Lawrence. He goes into the middle of his brother and Shaw Jr. in the 22F, and now he's taking the lead here and in front of his brother Chris. So far, there's 19 to go coming to the stripe.
Nose to tail, front 6 out of turn 4. Joe Lawrence, Chris Lawrence, it's Shaw Jr., Gibbons, Cox, and Rabideau is there at the front of the pack. And Joe Lawrence trying to stretch it out now over his brother Chris. Rabideau to the inside of Cox. That's a battle for 5th spot into turn 3. Shaw Jr. just took a shot from Gibbons in the 50 machine as they'll come around to complete another lap.
That's right, Rabideau making quick work of this field as he's trying to get back in and get more points to further his lead here in the standings.
Joe Lawrence out to a healthy lead now over Chris Lawrence. And in a tight battle for the 3rd spot, there you see the 22, Shaw Jr. He's back to 6th place now, as the leader in the 78 is Joe Lawrence to complete another lap. 16 to go here, bone stock feature. As they'll come around turns 1 and 2 and work the back, Rabideau now gets by the 50 of Gibbons on the backstretch. And the points leader back up to 4th after being involved in that multi-car collision on lap 1. Into turn number 1, the leaders go. Gibbons stays right on the back bumper. Well, there's no bumper there for the 5, either on the front or back of that 5. As Rabideau goes high in turn 2, Gibbons will follow him down the back.
Yeah, Rabideau making a great charge up the pack as he had to start from the back after that multi-car pileup. Not even a lap into this race, but we get a look here at the stripe, 15 to go. The Lawrence brothers still sitting 1-2, but Joe Lawrence has a big lead. I would say about 7, 8, maybe even 9 car lengths over his brother now.
Another trouble night for one of the top of the standings, Jay Cox, into the pits in the 0-0. So problems for him, as well as Pete Vanderwist Jr., who was involved in that opening lap wreck. It's Joe Lawrence out front, Chris Lawrence in 2nd, Jeremiah Rabideau now up to 3rd spot. What a recovery from the points leader, restarting at the back of the field. Coming around to complete another lap. 12 to go this time by for the leader. And we're halfway. Cross flags in the air for the 78 of Joe Lawrence. There's Craig Cole and Nathan Rea battling for position there through turns 3 and 4. Cole goes very high. Rea trying to take advantage on the inside. Cole won the feature last week. He advanced tonight to the feature from the LCQ.
Yeah, that's right. As we see here, Rea and Cole battling it out as Craig Cole gets a little loose going into the backstretch. As Rea is trying on the inside to pass. Craig Cole still a bit of a nose ahead, but he goes high, and that causes Rea to be able to get the pass.
Nathan Rea out of turn 4 in the 26 will grab a spot. Cole fights back on the outside. They'll go into turn 1 side by side. And Rhea in the preferred groove right now is out of the Mini Coupe of Fairweather, as you'll see him on the apron there. There you see him. Very, very slow, trying to get to the pits. He will get to the pits. They'll stay green. And we got brake sparks from the 55 of Craig Cole. There you see them coming in. Look at the sparks. Oh, wow. Wow, you can see that pure as day in the night sky.
Yeah, that's going to be something Craig Cole will have to watch. You don't want a brake issue here with 9 to go. You're trying to pick up spots and points, so he'll have to make sure he drives that with caution here, but also aggressive enough that he can pick up a good spot and points here in the feature.
Joe Lawrence lapping traffic at a pretty good clip. He's got a very healthy, almost full straightaway lead over his brother, Chris. Chris is getting reeled in by the points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau, trying to get as many spots as he can to decrease the drop in point differential from Joe Lawrence when this is said and done.
Yeah, we mentioned Joe Lawrence. He is absolutely just extending his lead as he's lapping cars at a feverish pace. He comes to the stripe. It's going to be 7 to go here. And Rabideau is right on the rear end of Chris Lawrence here, coming up to the stripe.
There they go into turn number 1. Chris Lawrence into the 28, Rabideau into 5. Rabideau really cornering well. That car, no front bumper, no rear bumper, no problem for Jeremiah Rabideau.
That's why he is atop of the point standings there. He's going to be a fast car no matter what is missing off of it as he goes into the inside, coming out of turn 4 into the stripe.
Chris Lawrence trying to do whatever he can to keep the 5 behind him. Of course, Chris Lawrence and Joe Lawrence, those are teammates. Not only brothers, but teammates out of the same stable. Down the backstretch, Chris Lawrence in the 2nd spot. Rabideau in the 3rd spot. 5 to go this time by. Rabideau takes a look inside. Tries to get, I was going to say trying to get a bumper in there, but like I said, there's no bumper. Trying to get a nose in there. Well, it's half a nose.
Yeah, half a nose there, but Chris Lawrence doing a great job playing some defense, thwarting any effort from Rabideau to try and get any kind of pass on the inside.
In the turn number 3, the 28 of Chris Lawrence. 2nd spot, the leader, Joe Lawrence, just crossed the stripe. That's how big that lead is for Joe Lawrence. This is a good battle here for 2nd spot. 4 to go. 4 laps to go. Bone stock, 25-lap feature. Fully in control by Joe Lawrence, who was also involved in that first lap multi-car collision. Restart at the back of the field and flew from the back to the front. No time at all.
No time at all. Now he's just trying to work his way through the lap traffic here and try and keep himself out of trouble, because that's something you do not need with this big of a lap gap here. You just want to stay in cruise control as there was a little bit of contact entering turn 4.
Yeah, Jake Cox getting a little aggressive with the 17 machine, almost spun him in turn 3 and 4. We stay green on the racetrack. Nose to tail, batter for 2nd out of turn 4. Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go for the leader, Joe Lawrence. Right there you see him down the back, all by himself. A full straightaway ahead of the battle for 2nd. Rabideau looks to the inside, down the back. Good straightaway speed by the 28 of Chris Lawrence. White flag in the air. Joe Lawrence will cross the stripe. White flag for the 2nd in points driver right now, trying to gain as many points as he can. Rabideau and Lawrence battle into a turn number 1. Joe Lawrence down the back, one final time. No problem with traffic through turns 3 and 4. After a huge first lap multi-car crash from coast to coast like butter on toast, it's Joe Lawrence wins it. The Bone Stock feature from the back to the front.
That's right, and coming in 2nd, his brother and teammate Chris Lawrence. Rabideau in 3rd. As we have the rest of the field coming through here. 4th will be Phil Gibbons. The 22F of Shaw Jr. coming. Nathan Reyes, in 6th. It would be Shaw Jr. in 5th. Rhea in 6th, Morris 7th, Craig Cole in 8th, Colin Willems 9th, Joe Kicks 10th, Katie Starrett in 11th, Thomas McKinley in 12th, Adam Generu in 13th, 14th is Rob Wollaston and Stan Cook in 15th here. And that's rounding out the top half of the field here of the Bone Stocks. 30 cars in the field.
Shout out to Katie Starrett, 11th place finish. Well done for her. Shout out to Craig Cole. Had to qualify through the last chance qualifier, finishes 8th in the feature. But there is your winner, Joe Lawrence in the 78, involved in that 12-car pileup in the opening lap. Restarts at the back of the field, comes all the way to the front and wins it. We're going to send it momentarily trackside for the interview with Jordan Maudsley, with our winner, the 78 of Joe Lawrence, as he's taken off his bucket in victory lane here at Delaware Speedway, the Super Stock feature. 35 laps next up here on the docket. As Joe set to exit that car, there he is, Joe Lawrence, winner of the Bone Stock feature race tonight. Let's send it down at trackside for the post-race interview.
Joe, first of all, that first incident, how bad was your car hurt in there?
Honestly, I don't really know. I saw it coming. Unfortunately, I was on the outside of everybody, and all I could do was blow up and hope for the least amount of impact. For a second there, I thought I was going to take off. I was pointing up in the sky, and I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. This isn't good. But we came back down and got it down to the pits. I got to thank everyone down there, Jaden's crew, Marshall Shrink's crew. I don't know who else hopped in, but all of them to make sure I got back out and was able to contend and be as fast as the car has been all day. Before I get into the sponsors, I just want to say finally get to win. I can thank everyone here, the fans, for coming out, allowing us to put on a show for you guys. This is what it's all about. Hope we put you on your feet for this one. I want to thank all the staff here. A couple of guys aren't here for the staff, so everyone else has been picking up the work and doing a great job. There's new scorers up top that I can't even tell they were new. I was just told that they were new, so they're doing an awesome job. I want to thank Chris and Penny. They gave me a car to race. Honestly, I was content just hanging out in the pits and having fun with guys, and Chris told me that he should run a car for me and might as well make it full-time for fun. So I got to thank them. They put in a lot of work. I don't know if it was 7 or 8 cars they brought here, but crazy what my brother does for this division and all their hard work. It's awesome to be in the shop with them. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have a little bit of work for him to do, but I'll give him the hardware and maybe he'll be okay with it.
I know you got a lot of sponsors you want to thank too.
First off, we got to thank the division sponsor, Dad's Discount Auto Parts. Jesse Kennedy is a great guy. Love talking to him. So any chance you guys need parts for your street vehicles, give him a shout. He's a great guy to work with and great friend. Obviously, Chris and Penny, they're on the hood of my car. Chris somehow owns a vinyl machine, so some interesting stuff gets put together. So I got to thank them for always keeping us laughing. Auto Fusion Towing helps get a car here every week. Got to thank them. They do the tow truck driving here, so if you're ever in a kick on the side of the road, you need a tow, Auto Fusion's you guys to go to. Adam Corey at Corey Tire and Auto. He hooked us up with some tires for this car in the last couple of weeks. It's been phenomenal working with them. Longtime friend of the family and soon to be a great business owner as he's just opened up. So anything you need, Adam Corey, Corey Tire and Auto. And again, I just want to thank the track and all you fans for coming out tonight.
That's Joe Lawrence, winner of your dad's Bone Stock feature.
All right, that is Joe Lawrence, your Bone Stock feature race winner. When we come back, Super Stocks take to the track. Delaware Speedway racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oilgar.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and RogersTV.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to RogersTV.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard Chris Norris, Kyle Friel on the tower, and the Joy Lane trackside getting set now for the Super Stock feature. They'll run for 35 laps. And congratulations again to Joe Lawrence, who took home the Bone Stock feature tonight. The very entertaining Bone Stock feature race, including a 12-car pileup on lap number 1, Kyle.
Yeah, it was something to be seen there. As I still look out into the back straightaway, some of the barrels are still tipped over, but they got enough there to keep the track safe. But nonetheless, it was something to see. What a spectacle! Joe Lawrence coming from the back of the field, able to come away with the feature win, and it was a Lawrence 1-2 finish there with Rabideau finishing up third.
Yeah, speaking of the second Lawrence, he's with Joy Langdon right now with the 28 of Chris Lawrence. Joy?
Chris, so a couple weeks ago, you had your brother defend like mad, blocked the number 5 to give you a big win. Today, favor returned.
Well, it's just heads up racing with us and Jeremiah. When I first came into the sport, we ran as rookies in the Super Stock like 14 years ago. So I bought some cars off him. We've done some racing over the years. Class act. I can't give that guy enough credit. I had nothing for Joe. I thought I had a cut tire after that first lap. So big thanks to Dads for sponsoring. Everybody up top of the hill. They got some great sponsors out here at the track. Everybody's doing their part. We got the trophy, so we'll see how many other cars we got to fix. I know there was a few that went in on the hook, so hopefully everybody else has a decent night and the next 2 races go a little smoother.
All right, great night, but I'm sure a long week fixing cars, so have a good week.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy one, but you know what? That trophy in the shop makes the motivation a little bit better, so
awesome,
we'll get there.
Thank you very much. We'll sit back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Joey, with Chris Lawrence getting set. Super Stock feature, 35 laps. Doug Stewart at the point. Chase Pincinot will be outside row number 1. We got Ryan Bright in the inside row number 2 in the 45 as the pace car drops down to pit raid. Doug Stewart has the control. 35 laps with the Super Stocks. They're going to mash the gas. We're racing at the half mile. Brandon Verhoeven outside row number 2. They'll stack up on the inside row. And Pincinot will get the whole shot down the back. Verhoeven trying to follow him through. Carson Nagy up to the 4th spot, now on the high side of the Blue Deuce and Doug Stewart. Pincinot will lead the opening lap.
Yeah, not a good start there for Stewart as he drops to 4th off the pole start, as now he's got to have raced from behind as we have Chase Pincinot in the lead here.
Pincinot, Verhoeven, Nagy trying to get away. Verhoeven drops to the inside, side by side for the lead. The black 77's there. Verhoeven out of Kerwin, Ontario wants the lead and he wants it now. He'll grab it up the hill and down the back. Verhoeven, Pincinot, Nagy, your front 3. Here comes Chenoweth. He won his heat race tonight. Nagy to the inside of Pincinot, trying to grab the 2nd spot. Chenoweth up to 4th. The front 4 have gotten away. Now Van der Wist is on the outside of Stewart. Pete Van der Wist up to 5th. Then it's Stewart, Culver, Dewar, Bright, Ramsey, Dyson, and Ferrer, the defending champ, all the way back in 12th.
Yeah, Ferrer having issues in the heat race there, and now he's still having some issues here in the feature. But we look at Chenoweth on the screen here. He's in third as he's in front of the 22 of Chase Pinsonneau, as Nagy is in second. As we look at Trevor Culver and Stewart there battling as Culver goes a little high.
He went up to the outside as Stewart. Jay Dewar followed him through, so Culver and Stewart up a spot. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, it's Verhoeven, followed by Nagy, Chenoweth, Pinsonneau, and now Pete Vanderwist rounds out the top 5. There's your battle, almost contact there. That's a battle for 6th spot. Culver in the 1, Dewar in the 43.
Yeah, good battle there as Dewar was trying to make a pass of Culver on the inside. Trevor Culver doing some good defense as we have Stewart now falling off the pace here as he's now in the middle of the pack.
Vanderwist makes a move inside of Pinsonneau for the 4th spot. Nose to tail, Culver and Dewar. There's the leader, the black 77 in a Kerwood. That's Brendan Verhoeven. He's at the front of this field, followed by Carson Nagy and Chenoweth to round of the top 3. Vanderwist to the inside of Pinsonneau, that's for 4th.
That's a good battle there as they're side by side into turn 1, and they're gonna go. That's Vanderwist able to make the pass on the inside. Now he goes to the high side down the backstretch.
And at that time, Dewar went to the inside of Culver and made the pass for 6th. So Jay Dewar in the 43 machine up a spot. There's Vanderwist in the 7th. Trying to track down the lead trio now. Pinsonneau in the 22 in tow. Super Stocks churning away laps here. 10 complete next time by in this 35-lap feature. It's Brandon Verhoeven, Chase Pinsonneau. In your top 2 positions, the 89 is Sean Chenoweth. In the 3rd spot, Vanderwist the 4th, Pinsonneau 5th, Dewar 6th, Culver 7th.
As we look here, this race is absolutely starting to thin out as now we're single file coming in. 24 to go as the leader has passed the stripe. Then Verhoeven has a big car length lead here, as I would say that's about 9 to 10 car lengths over Nagy, who's in 2nd spot.
Yeah, meanwhile in the 11th is your defending series champ Andrew Ferrer, who's at problems, as Kyle mentioned, with that 9 machine marred back in traffic right now. Almost a full lap and a quarter behind the leader. There's Sean Chenoweth, the 89, that's your 3rd place machine. Into turn 3 he goes. 22 to go this time by for the leader, the 77 of Brandon Verhoeven. Now Jay Dewar trying to come to the front, even more now to the inside of Pinsonneau through turns 1 and 2. And Jay Dewar now into the top 5. Great battle at the backstretch right now as Doug Stewart's kind of slowing some cars up. Ryan Dyson's gotten past him. Nick Ramsey and now Andrew Ferrer to the high side of the blue number 2.
As we still get a look here at Verhoeven, he's just absolutely far and away as the gaps are getting a little bit closer here. Coming up to the stripe, we're going to have 20 to go as they pass here. As the back of the field starting to bunch up, Ferrer, as you mentioned, and Stewart in a battle as well.
There it is, Kyle, good call. The red number 9 of Andrew Ferrer, the defending series champ, now up into the top 10, but way, way, way behind the leader. The 9 just hasn't had it tonight so far in this feature. 19 to go here in the Super Stocks.
Super Stock division here, feature race, as Verhoeven still holds on to the lead. That's Carson Nagy in 2nd. He's able to close the gap. Now it's about maybe coming out of turn 4. It's maybe about a 2-car length lead. It was about 9 or 10 earlier on in the race. Nagy driving real fast.
Yeah, speaking of closing the gap, Jay Dewar is bridging that gap from the 6th place car of Chase Pinsonneau to the 4th place car of Pete Vanderwist. The 43 of Jay Dewar looks really racy right now, and is starting to track down that lead foursome.
Yeah, he's having a great race so far as Dewar is crossing the stripe going into turn 1. Like you mentioned, Chris, closing that gap, at least trying to, on the 7 of Vanderwist there. As Nagy and Verhoeven are still battling here, entering turn 4, and Nagy getting to the bumper of Verhoeven here crossing the stripe.
That 93 has either come to Carson or the 77's gone away from Brandon. One of the two, Kyle. It's one of the two, and Carson Nagy all over the back of the leader. Brandon Verhoeven now, 15 to go this time by. There is a battle for the lead again.
And not only the lead, but Chenoweth and Vanderwitz also closing that gap. So the top 4 getting real close here as they have 15 laps to go.
15 laps to go, and they have 4 cars battling about a lap in front of them. We'll see if the leaders. Here's Nagy to the inside for the lead. Carson Nagy wants the lead. Verhoeven fights back on the outside. I think the 77 might have ran out of rubber. Kyle, I think the 77's going away from Brandon right now.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit away from him as Carson Nagy doing some great driving, able to make that pass to the stripe and maintain the lead here coming up. Going to be 13 to go as they go by the racing stripe.
Front 4 all together. Carson Nagy at the point. Brandon Verhoeven, Sean Chenoweth, Pete Vanderwist, your front 4 right there. Oh, Chenoweth got loose. Vanderwist gets a run in the 89. Down the back to the outside. Vanderwist trying to come to the front. He'll go to the outside and he'll make the pass. Pete Vanderwist up to 3rd.
Good pass there as he saw his window of opportunity open to pass Chenoweth and make do on that one. And now he's sitting in 3rd behind Verhoeven and Nagy.
11 to go this time by. The leaders might have to contend with these 4 cars here that we just saw going to turn number 1. They're straight away behind. Carson Nagy is your leader. He's starting to get away from Verhoeven, which kind of goes to our point that maybe Verhoeven has driven their wheels off that 77 too early. Vanderwist is right there in the back of the 77, looking for the 2nd spot. Then it's the Sean Chenoweth and Jay Doers come to join the party at the front.
Yeah, Doer having a race right now as he started near the back, and now he's battling for a top 3 spot as him and Chenoweth are battling, as it's still Vanderwitz and Verhoeven battling for that 2nd spot.
We talked about this earlier tonight. You don't know who's going to be good on any particular night. I'll give you an example. Way back off the pace, Martin 7th is Trevor Culver. Usually he's battling at the front of the lead. He's over a half a lap behind the leaders. You don't know who's going to come to play on any particular night.
That's right, Chris. As we have some coming to the stripe, it's a battle of Vanderwitz and Verhoeven as they're trying to battle it out for 2nd. Vanderwitz down to the inside. He's going to look for a pass.
7.5 laps to go. Super stock feature here you're watching right now on Rogers TV. The leader is Carson Nagy in the 93. He'll cross the stripe. 7 to go. He's got about a quarter of a straightaway lead on the battle for 2nd. There you see the battle for 2nd. The 77 is Verhoeven. He got touched by Vanderwist. Vanderwist gets touched by Chenoweth. Down the back, they'll all keep their positions. Vanderwist will dive inside the 77 again, and Verhoeven's going to close the door. Vanderwist's going to look again. Brandon Verhoeven gets down early on the apron. Nose to tail, battle for 2nd, down the back. Good run out of corner exit for the 7 of Vanderwist. And then turn number 3. 5 to go this time by side for 2nd spot. Now Doers inside of Chenoweth for position.
Verhoeven able to keep the position at the stripe, just fending off Vanderwitz, but Vanderwitz not backing down. He is now just a bit of a nose ahead of Verhoeven for 2nd place.
The leader in traffic now. Carson Nagy dealing with traffic, but it has a very healthy lead over this battle for 2nd spot on your screen right now. Vanderwist in the 7, Verhoeven in the 77 through turns 1 and 2.
Vanderwist finally makes the pass on Verhoeven there in the backstretch. He now has sole possession of 2nd place. And Doers in 4th. Now he's going to try and get past Verhoeven for a spot.
Yes, Verhoeven looks really, really loose in that 77. The rubber on that 77's gone away from Brandon Verhoeven, Colin. It went away a few laps ago.
A few laps ago is right, Chris, and that's causing cars to be able to make moves on him as Doer coming into turn 3. He's trying to dive inside on Verhoeven. We have 2 to go here coming up to the stripe.
Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for the 93 of Carson Nagy. working the back stretch. There is the battle for third. Verhoeven in the 77, Dewar in the 43, Chenoweth in the 89.
As they had lap traffic there, they had to be careful coming around to avoid that lap traffic and any damage. They do a good job coming up to the stripe. Way to go!
White flag on the speedway for the 93 of Carson Nagy. There you see him going down the back one final time. He'll pass the pole sitter. Doug Stewart put him a lap down through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air for the 93 of Carson Nagy.
Vanderwitz 2. Verhoeven 3, Dewar 4, and rounding out the top 5, Sean Chenoweth rounding out the top 5 as the rest of the field comes across the stripe.
After Chenoweth, it is Pincinel, and then Culver, Dyson. From what I gather, Ramsey, Andrew Ferrer, rounding out the top 10. But that was a caution-free race. After all that we went through with the bone stocks, the super stocks do a fantastic race as well, but they go caution-free, and the winner, Carson Nagy.
Yeah, what a race there. Nagy doing a great job coming through the field, able to make a pass at the right time and never look back. He was windshield racing there, as we heard in an interview with a while ago now, but about the rear view racing, it's not the case with Nagy on this one, as he got the lead and never looked back.
Absolutely. We have the late models getting set for their 35-lap feature. That's coming up very shortly. We will send it down momentarily to Victory Lane to hear from the 93 of Carson Nagy, the winner of this week's Super Stock feature race. As you see him undoing the bucket, getting set to exit that 93 machine, getting congratulations from from his spotter. There he is, out of the 93, Carson Nagy, your Super Stock feature race winner tonight. Let's send it trackside for the post-race interview.
Hope it's iRacing legend Carson Nagy.
Carson Nagy hopping out of that car. First of all, did you have the speed right off the trailer, or did you make some adjustments throughout the day here?
We had to play with it a bit last week after that Quick Wick Series race here. It got a little rough. We had to bring it down to McCall Racing, and my dad went there during the day, worked with Joe Lawrence on this thing the whole day, and just Joe's awesome at this stuff, and he's got this thing working so good now.
You've been working the outside most of the season. We saw you get most of your passes done tonight on the inside. What was that about?
I was just finding holes that worked. Normally I have to go to the outside, but I'd prefer the inside, and I don't know, it was just working really good down there tonight.
How awesome does it feel to be down here for the second time this season?
It feels amazing. It's so hard to win here. I mean, racing with guys like Pete Vanderwist, and, you know, it's just so talented here, and it's hard to get these things. It feels awesome.
I know a lot of people make this happen. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Queenston Chevy, Quick Wick Fire Starter, Fielding Say Winery, Driver and D Podcast. Who else am I missing? Pure Energy Performance, RPM Racewear, and thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Carson Nagy, driver of the number 93, and your winner of the Inventory Express.
All right, Carson Nagy, your Super Stock feature race winner tonight. Don't go anywhere. More racing to come. The late models up next. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Oil Guard's Formula 2 No Drip stays where the technician puts it, protecting your car or truck from the ravages of rust. With no messy residue on your driveway or garage floor, Oil Guard Formula 2 No Drip is proven rust protection you can trust.
Most people that have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, breaking through the stigma of addiction on Rogers TV.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard, getting set for a late model 35-lap feature. Let's go trackside to Joey Langan.
Hey guys, so there's a couple guys you want to watch out for in this next race, but the main one I think is number 77, Darrell Lake. I was just told it's his birthday today. So he's going to look for a big birthday present, pick up a win here in the feature. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that'd be a great birthday present for sure. Last time the late models raced last week, the 77 looked really strong, so we'll see what Darrell Lake puts out on the track for this 35-lap feature for the late models. The point car will be the 10K of Jesse Kennedy outside row 1, the 7 of Caleb Wood. Inside row number 2, good starting spot for the 11 of Jason Lister, who's been marred about being involved or getting caught up in incidents. Had to fix the car again this week. He'll start inside row 2. Outside of Lister will be last week's feature race winner. Won a heat race tonight. That is Kyle Steckley in the 22. Row 3, Cole Powell, Ray Morneau. Row 4, Matt Robley, Patrick Friel. Row 5, Connor Pritico, David McCullough. Row 6, Darrell Lake, Jaden Chapman. Row 7, Barry Watson, Ron Beauchamp Jr. Row 8 will be Mark Jacobs and Steve Aaron. Row 9, Marshall Schrenk, Lloyd Rawlings. Row 10, Matt Pritico and Peyton Jacobs, and Tom Zagarodny will be starting shotgun on the field, getting set for late models for 35 laps. Kyle Friel.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned the pole sitter here for the feature, Jesse Kennedy. The last broadcast I was with you, he had kind of a rough night in the heat race, went out for the feature and just got the points for the first lap and kind of had to take an early exit. But he's one of the wily veterans out here. He knows how to handle a car, racing in all sorts of divisions here. Good to see him out. And it's going to be one heck of a race here. You got a lot of fast. Like you mentioned, Steckley winning it last week. Ray Morneau leading in points. He's going to be, he's going to be in contention here. And yeah, it's just going to be something, as we heard Joey say. Darrell Lake in the 77, he wants to have a good night as he wants to celebrate his birthday in some kind of style.
Kudos to Russ Erlin and the manager group here at Delaware Speedway, because the car counts have been great and they keep getting better. 41 bone stocks made the trip tonight. 21 late models on the track. We had 20 super stocks. It's 80 vehicles ready to do battle here tonight at the half mile on a Friday night. No other short track in Ontario is doing what Delaware Speedway is right now. They're increasing car counts. Yes, there's a couple of other divisions that could use a little boost, but these 3 divisions tonight, Kyle, and the car count has been absolutely incredible.
As you mentioned it, and it's good to see not only the car count coming out, but looking here on the Turn 4 hill, the crowd has been a spectacular one here tonight as well. The grandstands here and the seats pretty full. Can't really see what's going on the Turn 1 hill.
Trust me,
but
it's busy.
It's busy over there as well.
Yeah.
So good to see a lot of people out to watch these races, because without the fans here watching, these drivers wouldn't really have much to race for.
Absolutely, absolutely. They race for the fans as well as themselves and their teams and their sponsors for sure. Looking to see the double up flag this time by. The white flag flew last time, but I don't think that was the message that they wanted to send to the field, because the yellow lights are still on the speedway, so we'll see what happens this time. I think we're gonna go to white. Yes, we are gonna go to white this time by. So the field's gonna be asked to double up here. Jesse Kennedy will be the point car. 21 late models set to do battle here on Rogers TV.
We get ready to go. The pace car lights are off. Entering turn 2 into the back straightaway. The pace car will dip into pit lane here as they exit turn 3. And then these late model cars will rev the engines and mash the gas, as you say, Chris, to get ready for these 35 laps of their feature race.
35 laps set to go here. Jesse Kennedy at the point. Pace car on the apron. Here we go, race fans. Late models here in a Friday night from the half mile out of turn 4 at the restart zone. We are racing at Delaware. Kennedy and Wood lead the pack, and Kennedy grabs the lead out of turn 2. Here comes Lister, and Wood was into the wall. Caleb Wood ran the wall with the right side tires. We'll see if that does any damage to the 7.
He is loose at it coming into turn 4.
Not sure.
tires do look inflated still, so we'll have to wait and see.
Meanwhile, at the front, Kennedy's off to the races, no pun intended. Powell to the inside of Lister for second. Steckley right there, followed by Morneau.
Wood has fallen off the pace here, as he's now in the middle of the pack.
The field works turns 1 and 2. Kennedy out front, Powell to second. Lister dropping back now. Morneau to the inside of Jason Lister for fourth. Steckley's up to third. Friel will lead the rest of the pack in sixth. Nose to tail at the front of the field now.
Jesse Kennedy had a good start and he's maintaining his lead here, but the cars are fast on his tail, trying to make up some ground as Kennedy's coming to the stripe, still holding the lead.
Don't count out Kyle Steckley. The 22 is fast. He dominated last week, and now he's to the inside of Cole Powell. The 22 coming to the front. Looks to the inside of Powell out of turn 4. Steckley right there, and he wants to get to the inside of Kennedy. And Kennedy will shut the door. Powell fights back on the outside. Down the back they go. Kennedy, Steckley, Powell, and Morneau.
Getting real tight into turn 4. Steckley on the inside. Now Roll is going 3-1 into turn 1. Here we go.
Oh, that might not work. Good job by Steckley to back right out of that. Left Powell to the outside of Kennedy. And that 22 looks really fast, folks. Powell to the outside of Kennedy for the lead. Great bell at the front of this field. 23 to go this time by.
Morneau trying to get into it. As now Kennedy losing the lead. He gets bumped by Steckley. Steckley able to make a pass on the outside. He takes second position.
My apologies, 28 to go. Now 27 this time by. New leader, Cole Powell out of turn 4. And Kyle Steckley's there. Steckley to the inside of Powell for the lead. Up the Delaware Hill. Down the back. Now Morneau to the inside of Kennedy for third as well. Side-by-side battles at the front of this field. Rawlings up to fifth now, followed by Pritico and Friel. Goes the tail down the back. It's Powell and Steckley. Morneau up to third. Kennedy drops to fourth, and it's Rawlings, Connor Pritico, Jason Lister, Patrick Friel.
Nose to tail racing here as the front pack of this field is absolutely in one heck of a race here, Chris.
Yeah, no question about it. But I'm telling you, that Steckley machine is strong, Kyle. Strong last week and strong this week.
Very much so. Continuing and staying where he left off last week, winning the feature race. He's looking to go back to back here. And if he continues driving the way he's doing, he very well could do that.
21 and Matt Pritico into the pits. Steckley to the inside and a turn 4. He's got a nose in there. He's going to try and keep it in there. He's there. Side by side, down the back. That's for the lead. Steckley in the 22. Powell in the 73. Oh, and Powell's around. Look out, Powell is around. And everybody gets either inside or outside of Cole Powell. We have caution on the speedway. Good job by the drivers coming into that corner to get around the 73, inside or outside. Let's go to the replay, Kyle.
Here we go, as they've been battling side by side this entire race, as we have that's Cole Powell trying to get ahead of position, just spins out. I don't think there's any contact there on Steckley. He just tried, got a little loose and spun out high side.
Yeah, you saw the 10K of Kennedy go high. Good job by Cole Powell to hammer on the brakes, because he would have collided with Jesse Kennedy on high in turn 4. So good job on all drivers.
That's right, and that also goes to their spotters too, telling them, hey, early here that car out in turn 4. Make sure you pick a high or low side. So therefore, they're good on all the drivers, like you said, Chris, to stay out of that.
Let's look after the wreck here to Powell. Something happens here. Oh, I don't think he liked what Steckley did. And has some words for Kyle Steckley here at the stripe after the 73 of Cole Powell got going again. So there you go. Interesting stuff, especially if the 73 gets back to the 22, but that is 20 cars away.
Yeah, but the way Cole Powell has been racing, nothing's out of the question here. He's just got to stay composed, I think, here. Yes, he might be a little hot under the collar right now, but maintain your composure here. Make sure your car's fast enough to get back to contention for the lead and go from there.
So we didn't see it. Maybe there was contact. The way Cole's reacting, either A, there was contact on Steckley's part, or B, Cole didn't like the way he was raced by Steckley.
Yeah,
one of the two.
One of the two there. We'll have to wait and see what if we maybe get words after the race.
So let's go back a lap here, see if we can do a backstory here. Powell has the lead. Steckley right there. This is turn 4. They come out corner exit. So Steckley got his nose in there, commits to the corner. They're side by side. Yeah, I don't see any contact there at all. Kyle's doing a good job of racing hard to the inside of Cole. Oh, maybe where there was contact.
Maybe a little contact.
In the middle of corner 3, maybe. And obviously Cole had an issue with that.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see what transpires out of that as we have 22 to go. We're still under caution here on the racetrack at Delaware Speedway on a Friday night. As we get word, we have another look at the.
Okay, this is our turn 4 camera. Kyle, take us through it.
Yeah, as we see around here, as they come into turn 4. Yes, contact there on the front.
Kyle Steckley washed up the groove a little bit into the 73.
Into the 73, causing him to turn. So yeah, I guess Cole Powell does have a little bit of beef there, but he's, like I said, he's got to stay composed and make sure he can race fast back up to the position where he was in order to get himself some good points out of the feature.
Yeah, good job on the camera crew. Thank you so much. Kyle Steckley has chosen the outside lane here. He's the only one that gets the choice. The leader getting set to restart with 22 laps to go. Ray Morneau on the inside. And they'll mash the gas and we're racing again. And Steckley gets a good jump, but Morneau's going to fight him on the inside. Morneau's not going to let him go. Down the back we go.
What a start by Steckley, but Ray Morneau is doing his best effort to make sure he doesn't get too far away as he wants to extend his point lead here as he's sitting at the top right now.
Yeah, good corner exit by Steckley in a turn 4. Morneau still right there. Litzler loose on a turn 2. Little contact, about 7 cars battling into turn 3. Here's Morneau to the inside again. Almost contact on the left rear corner panel of the 22 of Kyle Steckley. Front 4 trying to get away. Matt Robley up to 3rd and Connor Pritico to 4th. Then it's Kennedy, Litzler, 5th and 6th. Friel side by side with Chapman for 7th.
Yeah, we look here as Morneau still in a fight with Steckley for 1st and 2nd as they've kind of pulled away from 3rd and 4th right now. As they come to the stripe, it's going to be 18 to go.
Side by side battle for the 3rd spot as well. Side by side, down the back, Pritico on the inside of Robley. That's a battle for 3rd. There's your front 2 in a turn 3. And there's your battle for 3rd. Pritico in the 19 grabs a spot from the 51 of Robley with 17 laps to go. Kennedy all by himself in 5th, and then the rest of the field. There's the Pritico in the 19, trying to bridge that gap now from Robley to Morneau from 4th to 2nd. Out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Running with the late models here, Delaware Speedway on a Friday night, 16 laps to go. Kyle Steckley's your leader, trying to make it back-to-back weeks after dominating the late model feature last week. Ray Morneau in 2nd, Connor Pritico 3rd, Matt Robley 4th, Jesse Kennedy 5th.
Yeah, we see the race now. Steckley able to get a big lead here as we see the 19, that is, I believe,
Connor Pritico. What's his lap times like? He's coming.
Look, and Connor Pritico, his lap here, about 18.84.
18, yeah, he's running quick. He's bridging that gap from Robley to Morneau. He's almost caught Morneau for second.
He's driving real fast. Steckley still has a huge lead over Ray Morneau as you get a look at the 03 machine. And Critical right behind him in the 19.
There you see Morneau and Critical, the 19, trying to come to the front. 12 laps to go, this time by for the 22 of Kyle Steckley, trying to make it 2 in a row. Now you got that battle for a second up the Delaware Hill, down the back, Morneau in the 0-3, Connor Critical in the 19. Critical needs to get by Morneau as fast as possible. Critical's one of the fastest cars on the track right now.
Right now, yes, he's going to the inside into turn 1, looking to get that. But Morneau does a great job of blocking him down to the back straight.
Critical trying to get a nose in here. Morneau will shut the door. Oh, we got McCullough around in turn 2. David McCullough spinning off the front of the 73. Cole Powell. And I'll tell you something, and I'll be totally honest with you right now, I saw that coming. We never talked about it because we were watching the battle for second, but Powell was all over McCullough for 3 laps, trying to physically get him out of the way and trying to get past it because Cole Powell wants to come to the front. Cole Powell is hot under the collar right now, Kyle.
Cole Powell is racing, and he is on a mission to get back to the front as we look at McCullough able to get his car the right way around on the track. I wonder how this will play into the hands of Steckley and Morneau as they, Steckley was able to kind of bridge that and make that gap a little further. And McCullough, and yeah, we see here coming around the stripe.
Yeah, Powell trying to get around McCullough now under caution. McCullough's having issues with that. There you see the 2. That was their positioning before the caution. But I'll be honest with you, 73 was all over the rear bumper of the 39 for 2 or 3 laps. Like he was right there to the point where he was pushing him through the corners. Cole Powell was driving pretty aggressively, trying to get back through the field.
Yes, that's exactly right, Chris. And we're gonna have some time to go for a little break here as we have a caution under Delaware.
You got her. Late model is on the track right now, 11 to go. 35-lap feature. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Mario Elia, and I'm the host of a new show here on Rogers TV that we're calling Keeping London Healthy with Dr. Mario. So tune in Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. and we'll see you then.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff, and we're back with Season 3. This season, we've had the opportunity to see some great backyards, to have some fantastic food cooked on some great grills, and this season, we're helping you take your barbecue game up by adding some great barbecue tips from some local experts on anything from spices to knife care and using the proper wood to smoke some great food. Join us, Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff, Season 3.
Morneau on the inside, then it's Robley and Connor Critical right there. Morneau got loose. Kennedy's off the pace, back in the field. Jesse Kennedy losing spots. Morneau fights back to the inside. Out of turn 4. He's right there. Into turn 1, Steckley cannot close the door. Morneau right there. Here's Connor Critical, Kyle.
Connor Critical doing absolutely, he falls single file. It looked like he was going to push the inside of Ray Morneau, but ended up going single file. Maybe not making that push right now, but he is at the stripe.
Late model, nose to tail train, running turns 1 and 2, down the back, inside 9 to go. Is David McCullough. David McCullough is being scored in the 7th. They didn't put him to the back of the field as a caution car. So McCullough's up to 7th spot as the leader crosses the line.
Steckley still able to hold that spot over Ray Morneau as now it's going to be Pritico and Morneau battling for second spot, as Pritico going up to the rear end of Morneau's car.
Steckley trying to make it 2 weeks in a row with feature race wins. Steckley's your leader. 7 to go. Morneau, Connor Pritico, Matt Robley. Jason Lister with a great showing tonight, but he's being attacked by Patrick Field down the back. McCullough's there as well. As the leaders work turns at 3 and 4 out of 4. 6 to go this time by for Kyle Steckley. There's Morneau in the 0-3. And Connor Pritico, that's a battle for second.
Pritico looking on the inside. Will he make the pass here? As they enter turn 3, Morneau drops low, trying to block out that pass from Pritico.
And Morneau will shut the door. He'll keep the second spot. Battle for 5th. Patrick Field on the inside of Lister for 5th spot. Out of turn 2, he'll grab that spot. Here comes McCullough trying to follow him through. There's your battle for second right there. Nose to tail. Matt Robley there as well, the 51. 4 laps to go here in this late model feature.
What a feature it has been here in the late model division. Kyle Steckley just absolutely tearing up the field as we see Pritico and Morneau on our screen battling for second. As we now see Robley, he's trying to get into the fight.
There is Morneau and Connor Pritico in the turn number 1 and 2. Down the back battle for the second spot. 2.5 laps to go here. Late model feature. The double deuce. Kyle Steckley out in front. Morneau gets loose out of turn 4. Pritico can't jump on it. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go here as we are entering the backstretch. It's that battle for second as Pritico and Morneau as they still are battling here. Robley not out of the thick of it. It's 1 to go here at the half mile at Delaware. White flag in the air.
Kyle Steckley, your leader. Trying to go back-to-back weeks here for the late models. Into turn 3. 3 and 4 won last time. It's going to be 2 in a row for the 2-2. It's Kyle Steckley. Checkered flag.
Morneau second, Pritico third, Robley in fourth, Patrick Thrill fifth, McCullough in sixth, and the 73 of Cole Powell finishing seventh. Rounding out the top 10, the 77 of Darrell Lake in 8th, the 10K of Jesse Kennedy in 9th, and Jaden Chapman coming in 10th. That's rounding out the top 10 field here in the feature race of the late model division, Chris.
One caution, if I'm not mistaken, in that 35-lap feature, but it's a good for back-to-back weeks wins for the 22 of Kyle Steckley. Remember, last week, if you're watching race fans, he had no hat in the car. Of course, he's the son of Cascard champ and Penny Series champ Scott Steckley. Dad came over, gave him a ball cap to wear it when he got out of the car last week. It was great that we caught that. I'm pretty sure he has a hat in the car tonight. We'll have to wait and see. I didn't see Scott Steckley here earlier. Maybe he's here now, but Kyle Steckley is your feature race winner here in the late model division. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have the post-race interview in a matter of moments, and then the post-race show coming up here on Rogers TV as we wait for the late model feature race winner to get out of the 22 after winning 2 straight late model feature races. Kyle Steckley in the 22 machine. We'll send it trackside momentarily. Coming out of the car, there he is, winner of the late model feature. Let's send it trackside for the post-race interview.
The driver of the 22 after a big win, second win in a row. Obviously, speed wasn't much of an issue tonight. What were you worried about there?
Yeah, well, it was just a little rough with a couple guys. I got to apologize to Ray Morneau right off the bat. I pinched him too much going into one on that one restart, so I gave him the bottom again. But I lost my spotter, so I just had my mirrors to rely on. I just misjudged it, so I got to apologize to him. He's a great racer, but man, oh man, my crew had this thing dialed tonight. It was a rocket again, so 2 wins in a row with APC Auto Parts Camaro. Got to thank all my sponsors, APC, Canusa, Quick Wick, AW Millwrights, Tightline Anchors, Deloitte, everybody who supports me, and excited to be in victory lane again.
Kyle Steckley, the winner of your Cattles Lubricants late models tonight.
Well, Kyle Steckley, coincidentally enough, good segue here, Justin. Your winner at Flamborough Speedway last year in the APC Series.
All right, Kyle Steckley, your late model feature race winner of the post-game show on the other side of the break. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Oil Guard.
Dealers across Ontario trust OilGuard Formula 2 No Drip for proven rust protection. OilGuard has been road tested against Ontario winters by hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners just like you. OilGuard knows how to help you duck the rust.
For over 50 years, White's Rental has been providing local contractors and members of the DIY crowd with professional quality lawn and garden tools, aerial lifts, and construction equipment. White's Rental, we have the right equipment to make your project easier.
Volunteering at Rogers TV was a huge part of my career path. It was the opportunities that I got doing color commentary for Woodstock Navy Vets Hockey or E&G shoots for First Local and Plugged In that led to the opportunity of me getting my first job right out of college at Rogers TV. And that led to me becoming the station manager of all of Southwestern Ontario. Take the chance, learn the skills. It will help you down the road.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by OilGuard. Into the post-race show now. Let's hit the trackside. Final comments from our trackside man, Joey Langdon. Joey?
You guys up in your fancy luxury box up there. Well, down here, the working people of Delaware Speedway, the officials gave me a free hamburger, so how about that for my hard work? But the racing itself, I mean, I hate to steal. I'm not a thief, but I'm going to steal Chris Soares' favorite phrase here. In the Bone Stocks, we saw the Walmart parking lot right after the pandemic happened. It was bumper to bumper, crazy, and I mean a big explosion too. You don't see that too often, but thankfully an explosion of water. And Kyle Steckley, I mean, what a talent. We are so lucky to see Kyle Steckley out here. He's going to be doing amazing things in motorsports, and the fact that it's happening here at Delaware Speedway in 2022, I mean, we should all be so lucky. What a fantastic night of racing. I don't think I'll ever forget what happened today, but with the incidents in the Bone Stocks and the Super Stock fireworks, but really, remember, Kyle Steckley. Keep an eye on that name. He's going to be doing big things in the future. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Joy. Enjoyed that burger. Once we get out of here, we'll be heading lower level for a beverage at the VIP that we've been invited to. So appreciate the hosts here at Delaware Speedway. But thanks, Joy. Yeah, and any comments by Joy, copyright infringement, they do not count. Give me your thoughts on tonight, Kyle.
Well, like Joey said, the Bone Stock division was something to write home about as we get a look here at the feature race.
The big one, lap number one.
Lap number one, not even a lap into the race, and down the back straight away as the...
Watch the water fountain.
The water fountain,
right
boom. There it goes, right into the barrels, and then the rest is history, they say, as there was a bunch of cars. We get a couple of looks at it, and up over the barrels into the wall. A lot of cars wrecked in that. We're saying about 12 to 13 car pileup, and then this one
the 42 comes in from the right side of your screen right there, head on into the 21s.
Yeah, so the 21C gets wrecked up there, and then, but yeah, so that was the thrill of the Bone Stocks. That's what happens when you get 30 cars on a half-mile track. It's bumper-to-bumper traffic.
A lot of carnage in the Bone Stocks. Joe Lawrence takes the feature race win. The Street Stocks, caution-free. Or the Super Stocks, caution-free. Great race with the Super Stocks, and a great win by Carson Nagy in the 93. And then we went to the late models. Your thoughts on the late models?
Late models, what a race there. Kyle Steckley, what can you say about him? Back-to-back week winner here for him. Always good for him and his team to come out victorious. And there was a caution, and we saw... what was it? The 73 of Cole Powell, a little hot under the collar. So him and Steckley were involved in a little bit of a wreck here. We got a look at it coming out of turn 3 side by side into turn 4. As that angle didn't really show it. It was the angle where we were able to catch right here the turn 4 camera as Steckley gets him just high enough on this driver's side of his machine to force him to spin out, and then after that...
Yeah, and then after Cole got started again, he kind of raced up to the side of the 22 machine, and I don't know if you can't really speak to each other, but I'm sure there was some hand signals of some kind.
Yeah, exactly, and then Cole Powell was racing with some kind of heat under the collar as he and who was it there? The 93. Oh no, the 39 of Dave McCullough. As Powell was trying to get up the field, kind of got into McCullough there, but nonetheless, everybody's safe and sound off the racetrack here. A couple of cars will have to be worked on this week by different teams, but nonetheless, a great day and night of racing here at Delaware Speedway.
Absolutely. We have under a minute to go. Don't forget, race fans, DelawareSpeedway.com for all your ticket information, everything you need to know, rosters, driver information, full schedule available on that website. We are going to be back here next Friday for more racing on Delaware Speedway. I'm sure the family at home, including the 2-year-old, love the show with Dad.
I think so. It's always great anytime I'm on Rogers, whether it be racing or any other stuff I'm doing. They always like to watch and support, so it's always nice to feel the support from the family. So thanks for watching, everybody. Not just my family, but all the viewers here.
For Kyle and Joey, everybody behind the scenes, the gentleman in the truck, I'm Chris Orrs. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV. We'll talk to you next Friday night. This has all been presented by our friends at Oil Guard.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
My daughter is 7 years old and has a frenemy. They have play dates that always end up in a fight or tears. This friend bosses her around and treats her poorly, but she still wants to be her friend. What's a parent to do?
I would let them acquiesce to a certain amount, and then, when they're at this age, you still need to be supervising their play dates. So I might step in, not to correct the bossy child, but it's my child that I'm concerned about. I would just expose her to other people, teach her to have a voice, and let her know that she's got options.
Hi, my name is Gerald. I'm a volunteer here at Rogers TV. Really happy with all the great things I've learned doing video productions for Rogers, all the great people I've met, and being part of a great community.
You're watching Rogers TV.